Moving
Hey,
on
Yoli.
up. Hi, Dennis.
Oh,
Also,
shit.
I have no control in any booking at Flappers. I'm literally just tech for hire.
I'm so proud of you. I mean, no, I'm not proud because that would imply that I think that I'm so proud of you. No, I'm
Don't
impressed
give
by
people
you.
a reason to suck up to me. There's no reason to.
Humbled. I've already got so much to make up with you for stuff that I've done half-assed that you've noticed. There's no way I'm ever gonna
Hey, what's up,
catch
Jolie?
up. So enjoy the top. Who just said hello?
Elvin.
Hey,
Hey,
Elvin.
hey.
What's up, Elvin?
Nothing much. Glad to be back.
Glad to see you, baby. Hi, Patty Murphy.
Hey, how you doing, Joey? How you doing?
Good. How you doing?
I'm high as fuck. All right.
Yeah.
All right. He
Damn
broke
right.
the seal, everyone. He broke the seal. Everyone else has got their bongs like within arm's reach, and they're just waiting for the first person to mention it.
Yep.
Oh, hang on. I'll be right back.
That was
I'm
quick.
not a bum. I got a saxophone.
Vote Petty 2020.
Walter Gottlieb.
Hey, how are you, Jolie?
Good. Good to see you. Thanks for being here, babe. Hey, Amanda Cruel.
Rechange the name.
Hey, girlfriend.
Hey, Amanda. I was on your mic once.
There it is.
My former mic.
Yeah.
I was removed.
It's that mic.
Oh man, our hostess is in the waiting room and it's 7:01 and I bet she's like, oh my gosh. When she
Danny's here. Yay.
comes in here, so I'm about to let Elani in. Yay, I'm so excited.
Oh my god.
I shouldn't talk about her until she shows up though.
What's up?
Then I'll have to repeat.
Is my stuff working? Is this working?
Woo!
Yes, we can hear you, Charles.
Where's
Shit, I
Elani?
keep fucking up. Okay. This is my first time. Okay, let me stop talking.
There she is. Hey, Elani!
Hey.
Hey, girl! Woo! I'm gonna track down the list real quick, and then we're gonna get started.
Sounds good.
Ooh.
Is everyone?
Hello.
Hello. How you doing?
Good.
How you doing?
Y'all ready? Oh, Danny, I like your background.
Where are you?
Miss Jolie's coming up with the list here in a minute.
List.
Hey, Elani.
Hi, Walter. How's it
How are you?
going? Good. How are you?
I'm just
I'm
gonna
good.
not have a virtual background at all. So, oh no, guys, I'm singing to myself over here. Sorry.
My background is virtual too.
Nice. We got them drapes right there, boy. Them old nice.
Hi,
Boy.
Christine Kinsey. Christine Kinsey.
Them is
Am I
nice grandma
saying that
drapes
right?
right there. That's that silk.
That's the velvet. That's the velvet.
That's this velvet. That's silk.
Is this
man.
velvet? This is nice.
I'm jealous. You. I'm out here. Ooh-wee. Hot.
I'm jealous.
Walmart
I'm
discount.
jealous too. At
Walmart
Walmart.
discount. Shoot, out there five. Look at shop. No, I don't know. I don't know.
We fluff each other. This is the point in the
I'm
mic
sorry.
where we all just fluff each other indiscriminately. We're just
You
gonna
look
fluff each
fabulous.
other.
Fluff each other?
Yeah, what's that?
Yeah. Fluff each other. Sorry, I'm not telling you to fluff each other. I just killed the boners, didn't I? Sorry, guys.
So where
Fluffing
is
people.
everybody from? Where y'all all from?
Yeah, where is everybody from?
I'm from
I-
New Jersey.
Texas.
I'm from Olathe, Kansas.
Ooh-wee. I'm
Yeah.
from Austin, Texas. I'm from Austin, Texas.
So we're
I'm
from
from, yeah, I'm from
Right here.
Kansas, where they say if you come on vacation, you might end up on probation.
Oh, dang.
Lord.
Yeah.
Twist.
Charles.
Yeah. And if you look for
Hold
work,
Hold on,
and if you look for work, you might end up on child support. So yeah, I'm from that state.
Charles, how did you come in here call? Oh, there you go. Charles, you came in here calling yourself Christine Kinsey.
No, I was a white woman. I came in. I was like, oh, that ain't me. That ain't
Yeah.
her. That asshole don't have any curls. You know that? I'm like, damn, baby, I need you to change this shit now. So we had a little domestic
Oh my
violence real
gosh,
quick,
that's
but we good.
Okay.
Oh, my God.
All right, I'm throwing the list into the chat.
New York, by the way.
If you don't
New
see your name on the
York.
list, don't worry about it.
I've been in New York
If you're
once.
waitlist and you don't see your name, whatever. Sorry, guys. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, there are people on this list who already called out. Okay.
Yeah,
Is Moose
Uh-oh.
here? Is Moose here? Rachel Rothenberg drank. Oh my gosh, guys, we got to start keeping a list of all the things that you tell me that the reasons you can't come. This week, the winner is rotten goat milk.
Rotten goat milk.
Oh, that's gross.
That's our number
Is that
two.
mixed with a little donkey milk?
Our number two on the list. The higher up the list you get, the more absurd your excuse has to be in order to really get out.
Like I got locked up or some shit. That's a valid excuse, but saying that
Got locked up?
saying that you listen to WAP, it's not a valid excuse.
No. Yeah.
So is it pronounced WAP, or is it?
thought it was
Did
WAP.
they actually say WAP? Okay, I've never heard the song yet, and I've been singing it like the Shots song, like WAP, 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 WAP,
Oh
WAP.
no, Jolie, no.
No. This is worse. This is worse. This is Melania's.
We don't remember. I like it. I like my version. My version gets me jazzed up at work.
Oh,
All right, we're almost ready. One more second. Oh, there it is. All right.
Charlotte.
Oh my gosh, and we're getting more orders coming in right now, guys. Well done. Well done. Bringing a crowd tonight. We sold 6 tickets. Yeah.
Not bad.
all right.
Yeah.
Not bad at all.
That means
Sold out.
if we were splitting the money evenly among everyone, that means all 30 comics would
25
each get $1 right
One
now
whole
for
dollar.
2 hours work.
We're rolling in it.
Wow,
Rolling in it.
we're making more money than the kids on Feed the Children. Okay.
That's one way to look at it.
Damn.
Angela has a very nice cup.
Thank you.
Oh,
I love
man.
Wonder Woman.
Hey, yeah.
Extra low. It's still bubbling up, so I just left it on for. No, I thought if you want to.
Yeah, this is fun.
Da, 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 da.
Oh my goodness.
I have a dog who likes to chime in every once in a while, so if I have to mute, I apologize, but it's just to get her to be quiet.
Mm.
Oh wow.
Oh
Oh,
God.
Danny, you got your kitties. Yay. What a cute kitty.
Danny's here? Danny showed up?
Danny's been here. She's been here.
I thought you okay, never mind. I won't ask.
I've been here for like 10 minutes.
I thought you said something about not being able to come. Like, Danny has like, guys. So if you aren't familiar with Danny has like 9 cats, and well, she has enough cats that basically every week one of them is almost about to die of cancer. So that's her excuse.
Damn.
This week one did die of cancer. I'm not even.
Aw,
Oh god.
damn.
Rough.
It's a hard knock life.
Her cats are such superstars that one of her cats has its name on the back of the Comedy t-shirt.
And I'm convinced that the federal government is systematically killing them off.
Uh-oh.
Save the cats.
All right.
Hashtag.
Julie,
Let's get the show on the road, shall we?
Wow.
is the set list up? I don't, unless the paragraph is like in order.
Okay. Here it is.
Oh, cool.
If there's something
Thank
wrong
you.
with it, just don't say anything. Please. No, we'll fix it. But so if you're on that list and you don't know the name of you don't know the person in front of you, and you don't know if they're here, just take a second to look in the grid and see if they've arrived. We'll keep posting the new list as we go, and we'll keep updating.
Look in the grid and see
On that
what.
list. If you see people on that list who are called out, I will remove their names eventually once I wake up. Guys, I go to work directly after this. This is what I need to get me through the day after having a 3 hours night's sleep from 3
got a
p.m. to
job.
6 p.m. Great. So also tonight we're gonna have a shot clock and a set clock, and I'm trying to get that set up right now, but that'll take a minute too. Okay. Cool. Let me just introduce myself then. Hi guys, I'm Jolie RX. I'm the producer. I'm the creator of the show. Producer.
She's good.
I'm not the host anymore. Stu Greenberg, you got a lot of something going on over there. Stu Greenberg, you're a audience member, right? I love you, Stu, whoever you are, but I'm gonna mute you just because I keep seeing your name pop up. And until you get a cute little thumbnail picture, we're gonna mute. We're gonna make it so we can't.
I thought it was an attorney.
She talked to you.
Actually, no, he's not on the list. Yes, he is. I
Stu
don't see him
Greenberg,
there.
how are you? I see
Oh
your
my
name
God,
pop up every
it's
once in a
bedlam
while.
already. This is Blue Mike, guys. Blue Mike is an R+ rated open mic. What does that mean? That mean I'm not gonna spoil it for you guys.
Are there
But
any G-rated
I'm not
open
gonna.
mics?
What's that?
No, that's
Are
how
there
here
any
with this.
G-rated open mics?
There's been a few in development, but they've had trouble
Hmm.
developing, just like many G-rated
Who wants to watch that?
things on this planet.
Shit, I do.
Not a lot of kids dying to watch stand up.
No.
All
No.
right. I am going to. I'm actually. Yeah, let me tell you how this works, and then I'm going to turn it over to our guest host for tonight. Okay. So, comics, we have a really long list tonight. That's good. It's great. We have a long list. We got a lot of new faces. A lot of these people are hilarious, and I'm so happy that they found the mic. Who knows how they found it? They found us. Word has been traveling quickly about our debased little crew. This is our 15th week getting together on Tuesday nights to tell you what's going on in our brains. So yeah, so comics tonight, you're gonna get 4 minutes. You usually get four.
Let's go cool me, sister. You got your mask? Oh, where are we going? To go buy suitcases to put all the clothes that we're going to
Sounds
take.
like Catherine's trying to get her elderly grandmother to put her mask on so she can go to Walmart. I would definitely recommend that.
Oh my God.
I have been spending my nights at Walmart.
You have
Do
one?
I look ill? That's a great
Oh my God.
fucking question. Maybe not one you should ask. Did you know that it's a pandemic, Elani?
No.
Did you know?
Unfortunately, I am aware.
Did you
Don't
know?
like it.
Some of us are a little hard up, guys. I've been at Walmart. I don't work for Walmart, but I have been trolling Walmart recently, and maybe I'll tell you more about that later. Mike A, I love seeing these audience
Damn.
member names on here,
That's cold.
but at the
Oh,
same
that's my
time,
brother.
please,
He got a
please.
computer.
We have a lot of Zoom first timers. Okay, fuck it. Okay, guys, here. If you are an audience member and we keep hearing you, I'm gonna mute you. Okay, it's no hard feelings, but you'll get a little notification on your screen that says that you've been muted. If you've been muted, just listen around your house, see what might be making the noise. Maybe plug in some headphones. Headphones will help you with your noise pollution. And as soon as you think that you're no longer causing a noise nuisance, you're welcome to unmute yourself again, because we want to hear your laughter tonight. Between our comic sets tonight, we will go back to the grid view, which looks like this. We go back to the grid view so that we can, sorry, I know some of you can't see the grid view, so I toggle on my own end, and then that turns into the recording, that turns into our unlisted YouTube video of each week's show. That video will be available after the show to comics who want to have a look at it, and any audience members who make a special request for it. Okay? So, but we'll go back to the grid view after comics, and that's when we have a chance to clap for each other. So put your pants on. If you're dangling your dong in front of the camera during Alani's bits, guys, just put it away when we're going back to the grid view, okay? All right, cool. So without further ado, she's our guest host for tonight. She's coming to us from Silver Springs, Maryland. She produces a ton of shows. She's absolutely hilarious, and she was with us pretty much since the start of Blue Mike, but we haven't seen her in a little bit, so we're so happy to welcome her back. Please welcome Miss Elani Nichelle.
Hi guys.
Yeah.
How are y'all? How's it going? It's another Tuesday night. I've been having to work throughout this entire thing. So not only have I been doing Blue Mike, I have also been going to the office every day, and shit is mad boring because we don't have anybody coming in. So I have resorted to picking a fight with my coworker Francis over pretty much anything and everything. Sometimes I'll just take a stapler off his desk and hide it. And then he gets frustrated. I can't find it. I know where it is the whole time. It's good times. Oh, can y'all mute your mic? I'm sorry.
I'll do it.
Okay, thank you. Anyways, yeah, work is boring. Quarantine dating is not as boring, I will say that much. Here in DC, since cases are going down, people are going out more. But everyone's wearing their masks, right? Everyone's wearing their masks. But I met up with one guy who told me that quarantine did not stop him from still hooking up with people like in May. And I didn't know like what to say to that. He was like, well, I mean, I got tested and everything afterwards for both things. And I was like, what, you got your IQ tested and tested for coronavirus? Or what do you why are you telling me this now? Like, what? Now I feel stupid for being on a date with you, you know? But I've dated a lot of dumb men. I've dated self-proclaimed male feminists. I've dated centrists. I've dated moderates. They're really dumb. Don't do that. I went on one date with a guy who forgot his pants. Showed up in his boxer shorts, no lie. We met up at a park and he got out of his car and I was like, oh, is something maybe missing? And he was like, no, you're here. And I was like, bitch, yes, I am. Where are your pants? And he looked down and he looked so shocked and embarrassed. Like, legitimately, I think we've all been in quarantine so much that we're forgetting the basics. Like pants. Will to live. I have forgotten that many moons ago. Like I was thinking to myself driving home from work today, I was like, man, what if like a brick just like flew off of another car and into my windshield and just like killed me? That would be it. That'd be great.
No!
I'm just kidding, you guys.
Oh my gosh.
I went back to school this semester and it has me feeling a little bit stressed out. So like any thoughts of like things just like knocking me out for a little bit so I don't have to do microeconomics. You know, I'm one of those people who I like to drink. You know, I'm very subtle about it. Like I'm a functioning alcoholic. Nobody will call me out for it, but I like to drink. So I have it set up on my Bumble to where I don't match with people. They also don't like to drink because I feel like people, and no offense to anybody here who's sober, that's great, but the men that I have dated who have been sober, they have been sober because they ruin their life on their own accord. Like, I understand, you know, that drinking, you've got to be responsible about it, right? Like, I'm responsible. I have my 2 glasses of wine every night. It's chill. It's fine. But, like, they were like, oh, yeah, I don't drink anymore because, like, I would just have, like, 2 bottles of whiskey every night, and then I would, like, fight a goat, and then I would, like, shit out my mom, you know, and I just really, I had to, like, step away from it. I had to, like, better myself. I'm like, bitch, what the fuck? Who told you how are you even affording 2 things of whiskey every night? First of all, you know, and then you go on the date with them, and if you even think about like ordering a margarita or something, they make you feel like the bad person. Like they go, oh well, you can order a drink, that's fine, no, it's just I'm not gonna drink, you can order one, it doesn't even bother me. And you're like, it definitely bothers me, doesn't it? Because the whole time you'll order your drink and you'll be sipping and they'll just look at you like you're like, yeah, so I work in finance and all this other stuff and blah, blah, blah. And they're like, I don't drink. Great, that's great. But anyways, to avoid that, you guys just date other people who are functioning alcoholics and it's fine. You know, like you have to be on the same wavelength with each other. I've realized that me dating a sober person is almost, it would be as zany as me dating a Republican. It's just not gonna work. Like, I can't function. Like I don't want to come home and like pour my wine and you're judging me because I have my wine. You know what I mean? Like that's weird. I have one boyfriend, like I felt like I had to bully him into drinking with me, but then like he would go out drinking with his friends, and so what I figured out was he didn't want to like get drunk in front of me because he might say something out of pocket, right? But like he would go out with his friends and get absolutely like wasted. But like if I had a glass of wine at home, he was like, oh really, do you need another one of those? Do you need one of those? Do you need? I'm like, bitch, I'm dating you and you're white, okay? You should be grateful that I'm even hanging out with you.
True story.
Hang out in the sun for longer than 10 seconds. So irritating. Anyways, let's go ahead and get this show started.
Yeah.
That sounds so.
Let's try to do that. All right.
No more ramblings about me and my white guy.
Hey, well then let's practice going back to the gallery view real quick. All right. I'm looking for a first comic, but also can we raise the energy in this room, guys? Get up. Show yourself clapping to the world. Yes! Woo! Our first comic tonight. This is his first time time here, it's trial by fire for Charles Adams. Give it up. Woo! Charles, you got 4 minutes. You got 4 minutes. Sorry, the set clock's messed up. Go for it, big dude.
Oh yeah, big. Yeah, I am big. Yes, I've been doing all summer. That's all I do. I do. Yeah, I'm not. Unfortunately, I'm unemployed right now, so eating is definitely going to go on my resume. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like real talk though, like you know what I'm saying. We got a hurricane coming to Texas. You know what I'm saying? Everybody in Houston about to get affected. You know what I'm saying? They got to evacuate today. You know what I mean? So I just told I told my cousin they're welcome to come here, but they cannot stay. Okay. Get ready. No, last little situation we had here in Texas, Harvey. You know what I'm saying? So my cousins came over. I let them spend the night. You know what I'm saying? And the next day, when it all cleared up, I saw my cousin walking out of my house with my shoes on. I'm like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I thought we were good." I said, "No, those are my shoes." I didn't even know we had the same size. He's only 5'2". I'm 6'2". I'm like, I don't even add up. So he stole some of my socks as well. Yeah. Shopping, baby. Yeah. But now I don't even know, man. I've been looking at the news. This is crazy, man. I don't be fucking with the Zoom and stuff. Because I look at it and all I see is my face. I'm just like, damn, you know what I'm saying? My lips really that big. Okay, y'all just clarify that real quick. Like, there he is. No. Let me see, I look at the news and shit. What was that? Kim Jong-un? You know what I'm saying? Talking about the motherfucker sick. Okay. I mean, no, it's okay. Because he was like, yo, we're going to have, you know what I'm saying? We're going to get rid of food and we're going to start eating dogs. I was like, I thought that was already in China Palace. Yeah, whatever. That's a fucked up Asian joke. But no, man, speaking of fucked up shit, you know, if you got kids, you know, they're going back to school, you know, make sure them motherfuckers wear a mask, you know what I mean? Because you know your kids, you know some of them motherfuckers don't know how to cough. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You walking out, like, oh, come on, like all in the face. Like, man, fuck, wear a mask and shit. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got no civil, like, you don't have any civil rights, motherfucker, if you ain't paying bills. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, all that shit. The only thing you got to do is walk to school and not get, you know what I'm saying, harassed by the police. You know?
Oh, shit.
I know, man. I don't even know, man. Shit. Out here in paradise, man. Everybody, every time I get on Zoom at work, they're like, Charles, where are you? Where are you? Like Hawaii or something? Like, nah, bitch. No, I actually jumped the fence to this place and used their Wi-Fi. I was like, hey, what's your Wi-Fi? What's your Wi-Fi? What's your Wi-Fi? Yeah, man. But no, I've been I'm trying to stay here. I'm trying to stay up on game and stuff. You know, everybody talking about the WAP. I think we were talking about it earlier. The WAP. You know, I didn't really know anything about it because you know my text message skills ain't the best. So I was in the Verizon store. And I'm like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? My password is WAP. And my girlfriend's like, oh my god, he's so special. He's so special. I was like, what does that mean? So she texted me and said, weird ass. Oh no. We can't do that. We can't do that out loud. No whopping as a username. My grandma is my go-to. No, I'm like, man, like a couple people paid to see me tonight. I was like, man, I don't know, cause you know I'm good. I'm funny on stage, but in front of the camera, I'm just too ashy. You know? Oh shit! Try Mississippi.
Oh shit!
Motherfucker, look, I made some props. I'm pressing White Claw, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know a little something about this, a little something about that. Let me tell you. Goddamn, here in Texas, goddamn, you can't just drink whiskey and mint juleps. You gotta drink them White Claws. Okay, you gotta drink them motherfucking White Claws. It's hot out here. You know what I'm saying? I used to be Caucasian last week. Last time we logged in, they were like, "Damn, she fine, bitch, it's me." I don't know how much time I got because you know what I'm saying, I got to go inside.
That was perfect. Dinner. That's your time.
I'm cooking it. Hey, well, hey, thank you, man.
Heck yeah! Can we give it? Let's go.
Nice job.
Some of us have been doing Zoom. Thanks, Charles. Some of us have been doing Zoom mics since like March when this outbreak started. But guys, that was Charles' first time ever appearing on this mic ever.
I was awesome.
Woo! It's a learning curve, right? It's like it's totally different. Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming, Charles. Thanks for showing up from Austin. Glad to have you.
Thank you.
Alani.
Thank you.
Alani, are you there?
Here, I'm here.
We're gonna get in our groove tonight with doing
Alrighty.
this thing.
That was great. Thank you so much, Charles. I hope you come back. I always like seeing other Texas comics. My hometown is in Texas. I will never live in Texas ever again.
If that doesn't cheer them up, give them a hand job. Works every time.
Wait.
What?
That's how it works every time.
Oh Lord. Okay, well we're gonna move on to our next comic. I have never seen him perform before, so I'm excited to see that tonight. Jolie, if you want to put the spotlight on Mr. Tori Seward. Am I saying it right?
Yeah, let's do it. Tori Seward. He's 6'6",
yeah,
but he
Tori
doesn't play
Seward.
basketball. That's what he wants us to know about him. Hey, Tori, welcome to Blue Mike. Let's give it up for Tori. Woo!
All right. All right. So I live in upstate New York, and we had to get rid of the e-cigarettes. So 2020 is bugged out, man. Who would have thought cigarettes would be the healthy choice now? Crazy. Yeah. And I just read in the paper not too long ago, local family is suing the e-cigarette company because they say their 13-year-old daughter got addicted to mango flavor. Well, sue each other for being that damn horrible of parents, but you don't know what a 13-year-old is doing. What's wrong with you? I got a 13-year-old daughter. I know what she's doing all the time because she's 13. I have to take her there for her to do it. But you know what? There's no accountability no more. That's the problem with the world. No more accountability. So you know what? I'm suing Pornhub for this carpal tunnel syndrome I got. You know what I'm supposed to do? They gave me stepmom porn and a smartphone. I got no choice. But listen, not only do I do comedy, I'm also working on some businesses, and you can invest now in my company. Here's my idea. I want to start a company for edible underwear. And I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. Edible underwear already exists. Yes. But they don't make edible underwear in flavors men like. They make them in flavors women like strawberry passion and fucking mango fruit, shit like that. They need to make edible underwears that men like baby back ribs. Cigar. You have to beat your man off with a stick. So like, girl, why you late to work? Girl, he won't get off me. Better get you some of these porterhouse edible underwear I got. It is ridiculous. I was watching a commercial the other day for Ancestry. This shit is the most insane commercial I've ever seen in my life. There's two black brothers sitting on the couch talking about, I seen one leaf and I clicked on it and I clicked on another and it just made me want to meet these people. I wanted to go back 300 years. Did two African Americans just say they want to go back 300 years? Are y'all fucking crazy? I wouldn't want to go back 20. 37 years old. The fuck are y'all talking about? Most insane shit I ever seen in my life. Nobody thought about this before they wrote it. 300 years. You go back 300 years, you know, you just gave slave owners a time machine. What you think gonna happen when they see me with all this freedom? Where's your owner, boy? Nah, I'm not here. Thank you, sir. That's all I got.
Woo! Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, I'm with Tori on that one. I wouldn't want to go back 20 years either. The hell?
Right.
They didn't even have Netflix 20 years ago. I was like 6. No, I was 4. I was 4. Oh my God, I wouldn't go back 20. 300
Oh my
years?
God. I wouldn't go back 7 seconds ago when you reminded us that we're all 10 years older than you and about
Yeah.
to die.
300 years ago, I would make, I don't know about you, Tori, but I'd make the worst slaves because they would tell me to do something. I'd be like, bitch, make me. And they just like break out the whip. And I'm like, that's my kink. Let's go. Anyway, moving on to the next comic.
Oh God.
All right.
Yep, you got it. Okay.
Yeah, let's do it. Coming up next, her phone info that she shares with us this week is that she calls her pussy the wild beaver. Cause hey guys, look at the mic, and we're gonna present it to Charlotte Parker. Where are you, girl?
Whoa!
There she is. Let's give it up for Charlotte. She was recently selected.
Charlotte.
That's in the
first
Plano
time-
Comedy Festival, guys, as of this week. Woo!
Yes, Plano Comedy
Yes.
Festival. Tune in. It's going to be October 1st through 4th. It's going to be awesome. Got several people here who are going to be in that as well. So yes, I am Charlotte Parker. Julie, that's the first time I've heard you read what I submitted. I didn't think you were going to read that.
So organized.
That's great. I love it. So a little bit about me. People tend to assume, based on my appearance when I'm not wearing a baseball cap, that I'm Irish, Catholic, and straight, but I'm actually Jewish, queer, and depressed. In the comedy world, that's what's called being a triple threat. And so I am wearing the wild beaver hat because, for one thing, it's actually an award I got when I came out of the closet at my all-girls high school. So, yes, Jolie, it is. Wild beaver is what I call my vagina now. Not because it's been like any more active during the quarantine, but because it's become overgrown and feral. Like by the time the quarantine's over, my vagina is just gonna look like Robin Williams at the beginning of Jumanji.
Oh
Running
no!
out of the jungle, like, what year is it? I'm on. I stopped using Tinder recently, and one difficult thing about being a woman trying to meet other women on Tinder is, can you guys still hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just.
Yes.
One difficult thing.
No, keep going. I thought I muted the person who it was, but I was wrong. So sorry.
Okay. I thought maybe I was being heckled, but I think someone's just bored and watching TV, probably.
Somebody's on a motorboat.
Yeah,
It'll
actually,
get better, I promise. Yeah.
if we're taking this interlude, guys, unmute your mics if you are laughing and aren't making noise pollution. Okay? Sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you a little more time, girlfriend.
Thank you. I appreciate it. All right. So one difficult thing about being a woman trying to meet other women on Tinder is that all these straight women kept showing up on my feed because they're new in town and they're just looking for friends. It's like walking into a vegan restaurant and going, I'm just here for steak. It's not going to happen, and you're just going to piss off a lot of lesbians, so what are you doing? I've been listening to a lot of ASMR lately to sort of calm myself. I've also been watching a lot of porn, just because I'm still the same person. And I found out there's this thing now, ASMR porn, or as it's known, NSFW ASMR, which, first of all, too many letters, too long an acronym, so I already don't care for it. But also, if you're not familiar with this, so is everyone familiar here with what ASMR is?
Yeah.
Essentially,
Yeah.
it's whispers, and it's either calming or streams, depending on who you are and if you're into that. But with NSFW ASMR, basically what happens is there'll be a person, usually a woman, who films herself making moaning and other sex sounds into a mic while staring with dead, soulless eyes straight into the camera. And it's like, picture that scene from When Harry Met Sally, where she shows him that women can fake an orgasm, except there's no restaurant and there's no other actors and there's no context whatsoever. It's just creepy and uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I think of it like, it's like chocolate butter. Like, I love chocolate and I love butter, but I had chocolate flavored butter once and it was one of the most disgusting things I've ever ate. So sometimes you can have too much of a good thing. I had an ex who tried to get me into knife play once.
Ooh.
I don't know if anyone's familiar with that. It's when people use knives while they're having sex. Not like to juggle, that'd be cool. But not like sword swallowing, but it's basically they like use the knives on each other during sex. And so he runs this by me, telling me he'd done it with an ex of his before and he'd really liked it. And I'm like, so you want to take what depressed people do when they're really sad and you want to do that during sex? He's like, no, but we'll do it to each other. It'll be fun. I'm like, that doesn't sound better. And then he tells me, no, don't worry, babe, we'll be careful. And look, if women had $1 for every time a man said, don't worry, we'll be careful, the pay gap would be closed. I mean, it wouldn't exist
True
anymore.
story.
I've dealt with a lot of dumb shit in relationships. There was one guy who hated the sound of people chewing to the point where if I was eating at his apartment, he would insist that I go to another room while eating. And think about that. This guy was black. Well, still is. I don't think that's changed. And I'm pale even for a ginger. So every mealtime, it was like we were going back in time to a restaurant in the 50s, but only in a bad way. I'm going to stop there because that's my time. I'm Charlotte Parker. Thank you guys so much.
Let's give it up for Charlotte. Woo!
Yeah.
All right.
Beautiful. I love that. I love that. I think he's still black. Yeah, he's still black.
Yeah.
That was good. But
I
yeah,
checked.
give everybody, Miss Charlotte, another round of applause.
Yeah.
Love the hat.
Thank you.
All right, Jolie, are you gonna introduce the next comic?
Yeah, I was thinking if I was gonna try to whip out my one joke about dating a black guy once, but I still haven't fine-tuned it, guys. But the
okay, maybe save that then.
yeah. I was gonna workshop it.
Oh, okay.
This isn't a joke workshop, Jolie. Guys, tell me when it's a play on words though, and it's like if I like the basic the punchline is something like if I was dating a black guy, if my dad knew I had a black guy, I would have had 2 of them.
Right.
Oh, God.
Like that's like the basis of the joke, but like I'm trying to figure it out. I don't know how that related to Charlotte's post. Charlotte's post. Listen to me calling it a post. I'm so fucking brainwashed by social media. My God. I'm loving this so far, guys. Thanks for coming. Thanks once again. We're gonna send it to our next comedian. She's joining us from Canada. She's normally kind of last on the list. For her own purposes, and she comes to us from like a dark closet, but now that we put her up at the top of the list, she's like resplendently shiny. She's in the daylight. She looks like Audrey Hepburn or someone. I'm not really good with celebrities. Look, guys, let's give it up for Vita Zukauskis. Woo!
Hey. There was one lady, and she was apparently like frozen. She apparently presumed dead, and they brought her back to life at the last minute. I guess it's always good to wake up right when you need to. And the good thing is, she got like a 3 days vacation because like nobody bugged her. How great is that? I would like to try that. I just need to figure it out and get in touch with her. Whenever I go to Starbucks, people always ask me for a chair. So now I just bring my own and then rent it out. I love it when I walk by and I have my boobs out and somebody's smiling. So I feel at least my boobs made somebody happy. So I tried to get a cab once, and I said, can my boobies come with us? And he said no. So I think that's why people get implants. I love taking showers, though I think if you were in the Holocaust, it wouldn't be as pleasant. So I think that's why those people take baths. So I gave my friend Len a little rubber ducky with an imprint on it. to remind him of the Holocaust, to make him even more sad. I think I love people who have swing sets at the front of their house because it gets their kids to play. And if they hate their children, then they can die doing what they love. All these people wearing masks. So whenever I cross the street, I just yell "masky." And when they ignore me, I just yell, "Hey, mask hole." And that way I get more people hating me at once, which is always good. I was walking down the street and this guy goes, "Fuck you, you whore." And I walk further and he's like, "Fuck you, you cunt." If I was in Toronto, I'd be scared. But I was in Hamilton. So he was flirting with me. We were dating now. That was nice. So sometimes when I go to the pharmacy, I always wear a black charcoal mask. So the security is nicer to me. Yeah. That's good. Disabled people should use public transportation. They have their own set of wheels. There was a 7-year-old wearing a sexy little bikini top. I guess it's always important to look sexy for your pedophiles.
You got one more, Veeds?
Okay, sure. I love my grandmother. She's the best. So yesterday was awkward. We were in the middle of dinner and she's like, "When's your wedding?" And I'm like, "When's your dinner? When's your funeral?" I just shut the bitch up.
Oh man, when's your dinner? That's kind of funny too. Can we give it up for Vita, guys? You're back on Grid View. Get it? Woo! Yeah, V. I love how you're just in a public cafe, just kind of loudly declaring all those things you just told us.
I think it's great.
Yeah.
Live your truth, girl. All right, so that was Miss Vita Z. Give her one last round of applause.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna move on to a different comic who doesn't have any boobs, so why are they even here? Just kidding. Is Jason Robo here?
Jason Robo. Yeah, Jason Robo, this guy. So he came in the room with a pseudonym. And then his pseudonym started talking to me and telling me all of its like show credits, like I was gonna fluff up his intro, and I was like, "Who are you, dude?"
Oh, I didn't see all that.
So I think that this is this the one that I'm
No, Jason's got his video screen on.
There he is. Okay, well he has two, and he was talking to me from the one called Simply Rebel. Okay, Jason, fine, I'll be your bitch for tonight. Let's see what we can. I'm gonna see if I can find your intro. If you do an intro for me by chance, radio DJ of Comedy for a Change on KMUD in Humboldt County. He's a fire spinner. He's a personal trainer with a circus dog running for city council in Blue Lake, California. And he probably smokes a lot of weed and stares at that wallpaper for hours at a time or something like that. You're in the right place. Give it up for Jason Robo.
So we're making America great again.
Yeah.
I feel like that word is abused, kind of like a billboard to say Coors Light is refreshing. Donkey piss, but I like IPA, so I guess I'm bitter. So, yeah, make America great again. What made America great? The Cold War? It's like, dude, you've been talking about building a wall. It's been a few years, dude. Why are you stalling? Third world. Actually, racism against Mexicans and immigrants is how we got the war on drugs. They said super strength bloodthirsty Mexicans were going to rape and murder your family. I guess they were just convenient land scapegoats. As far as terrorism goes, I guess you could say they have seniority. Point is that the drug war is on a shaky foundation. Yeah, just like the war on terror. We've been told that people hate us for our freedom. Like, yeah, well, our freedoms are more shit on than a German porn star. That was before. Yeah. We're also telling, we've been told that we're bringing democracy to the world, right? Well, I didn't know that democracy was a synonym for drone strikes, apparently. Invade us for our freedom. What about our foreign policy? This is the way I think it works. It's like multinational corporations that have our politicians in the pocket say, hey, there's some untapped assets in that country. I think I see a terrorist. The only terrorist I've ever seen is a chick that can't give a good hand job. Terrorist. Trying to find truth in this world is like trying to find a kid at John Wayne Gacy's house. You got to dig for it.
Oh my
Fucked up too how they these drone strikes. They also call them surgical strikes. I guess that's kind of how we brought them democracy, but I guess they're stumped. Yeah, it's even worse is my impersonation of an Iraqi kid. Look, Ma, no hands.
Oh God.
Feel bad for the Muslim women too, because they in the faith of Islam, they don't eat pig, which means they'll never suck a cop's dick. Enemy is my friend.
I'll give you another 15 seconds for that one.
Oh shit.
The next time we try to invade another country, they might as well tell us we're invading Straw Manistan for a war on pterodactyls. If they bring back the draft and if they bring back the draft and they want you to fight, you could just say they don't want gays in the military. Just say you like to suck dick, and that would be playing your trump card. Or I guess there is a cutoff. There's a cutoff for weight too. So, you know, we got an obesity epidemic in this country and you could actually get rejected. You know, we got more baby fat in this country than a dumpster in an abortion clinic.
Oh God.
Damn.
At least that joke made it to its infancy. Hope I didn't bomb like U.S. foreign policy.
Hey.
Was that your signal that you were done when you? Was that your signal?
Yeah, that's his sick.
I thought that was a signal. That was a signal. He knows when to pull out. Let's give it up for Jason Robo.
Well, all right. So everybody give one more round of applause for Jason.
Okay, woo! Guys, give it up for all those were some great lines. Oh my God, please come back. We need to do more lampooning of the military industrial machine in this one. Go.
Great. All right, so we're gonna move on to our next comic. I think I just saw him. David Parsons. Hey there, David. How are you doing?
Hello.
Good. And we're so happy to have you. Everybody, please mute your mic if you're watching TV and enjoy Mr. David Parsons' set.
Yeah, yet another comic from the Blue Mic who was just accepted into the Plano Comedy Festival. David Parsons.
Woo!
Well, it's a pleasure to return to the Blue Mic as always. If you're not doing anything like having sex or watching boring TV, unmute your microphones. I decided to give you a bit of an education session today. I learned a new word at the weekend, and that word is chode.
Oh, yeah.
C-H-O-D-E.
Yeah.
Totally new to me. Apparently, it can either mean the perineum, that's space between your genitals and your ass, or it can mean a penis that's as wide as it is long. It's also used as an insult. You chode, get off. But you know, I was thinking about that, and I was thinking the penis that's as wide as it is long could be a good thing. It could be a bad thing, or it could be a terrible thing. And I'm going to explain. It could be a good thing because, you know, my wife assures me that length isn't everything. So there's got to be this kind of like golden ratio of penis, which is long enough to satisfy, but has a little bit of width to add some pressure on the outside. Okay. It could be a terrible thing if you've got a fucking micro penis, because half an inch isn't impressive in any direction. Or it could be an absolutely terrible thing if you've got a 12-inch cock, because that's about the size of a baby's head, and no woman wants to have something go in that sometimes comes out and ruptures during labor. So chode, word of the day. And as there are some new people here and they haven't heard this shit 100 times, I'm going to give you another education and talk to you about some English words that are different in America. How about that? In America, the word fanny is slang for buttocks, but in England, a fanny is a vagina. So you can imagine my confusion when an American friend said, gee, I went on a long bike ride and my fanny's still sore. How the fuck were you sitting on the saddle, lady? Does my fanny look big in these pants, honey? Well, as a little camel, nope, you look great, honey. I know parenting's different these days, but when I was a little girl, my daddy would spank my fanny hard. What the fuck did you just say? Staying on the subject of genitals for a moment, to the English, beavers aren't remotely sexual. In fact, the youngest Girl Scouts are called Beaver Scouts and are led by a gray beaver. Please, sir, would you like to buy some beaver cookies? I'm working real hard and I hope to get my Beaver Explorer badge soon. In England, rubbers are used to erase pencil marks. Not here, which explains the strange look I got in college when, before a test, I told an American classmate that I didn't have a rubber and asked if she had a spare I could borrow. What? I said. I'm just trying to prevent myself from making a mistake I'll pay for later. I didn't get a rubber, and she sat as far away from me as she could. And as I feared, the need arose during the test, and I had to rub one out as best as I could. In England, my favorite dessert has a very weird name. To the English, a spotted dick is a delicious raisin cake. To the Americans, a spotted dick is an excellent reason to see your physician immediately. In either event, it's way better if you put some cream on it. My favorite part of any family gathering back home is chowing down to my Uncle John's spotted dick. And this one's the worst. The American use of the word spunk makes me positively queasy. In America, spunk is courage and determination, but in America, spunk is slang for semen. And I have a friend who says a 14-year-old daughter is full of spunk. Oh, God, I hope not. Well, boys, I know you lost the championship game, but I've never seen so much spunk on a basketball court.
Oh, my God.
What happened?
What? David?
Uh-oh.
That was a signal.
One way
Hey,
to go
let's give it up for him, shall we? Let's give it up for David Parsons. Everybody
Yay.
hear us wherever he is. If he's no longer in this terrestrial sphere, he's definitely in heaven now. Looking down on us. Dig it, dig it. Thanks, David Parsons. Hey, Elani, do you know this next comic? I mean, like, did you know them prior to Core Win Team?
Yeah, we did a couple of like live shows together before everything got shut down at where was it, Walter? Was it at the Ugly Mug?
Ugly Mug, yeah, in Capitol Hill.
Yes, that's where we were at. Wonderful guys. Done some Zoom shows with them as well. And he may not look like it, you guys, but he can rap. So I'm hoping that he does that. Everybody, welcome to your train, Mr. Walter G.
Woo! Gottlieb in the house. Woo!
Hey, thank you, Elani. I don't want what happened to David to happen to me. It seemed like it was the rapture, and he got like hoovered up or something. But anyway, so great news, guys. I just read this on BuzzFeed, hot off the presses. The Republican convention is being picked up for another season on Comedy Central. Isn't that awesome? Casting for season 2 begins in September, so comics, send in your videos now. But remember, you'll be facing some stiff competition from season 1, including the kid in the MAGA hat who stared down the old Native American guy, the gun-toting couple from St. Louis who threatened peaceful protesters, and the doctor who said that Americans are having sex with demons in their sleep. Okay. I had a feeling that I was having sex with demon last night, because in the middle of the act, a voice said, "Say my name, bitch."
Oh.
Maybe that's a demon. I don't know. They have no face. When it's over, the voice says, "I'll text you tomorrow, I promise." Then I get a fucking text. No. So I was essentially ghosted by a motherfucking demon. That's even possible. So, guys, what has happened to the Republican Party? Like, there's a Republican candidate for the U.S. House from Georgia who is probably going to win and be the first member of Congress who openly subscribes to QAnon. And I don't know about you guys, but, like, how seriously can we take a conspiracy theory that sounds like a cotton swab you shove up your ass? Seriously. Like, the QAnon crowd has got all kinds of weird beliefs. They think that a worldwide cabal of satanic pedophiles are running the government, the media, and Hollywood. I mean, how ridiculous. Because we all know that most satanic pedophiles are middle management at best. They're not running shit. QAnon believes that all news stations get a phone call at 4 a.m. every morning from the deep state telling them what to say that day on the news. And that is absurd, because I was in the news business for many years, and I know the call comes at 4:15. Okay? I mean, what a bunch of bullshit, right? So last week, or maybe 2 weeks ago, was the 3rd anniversary of that, neo-Nazi march in Charlottesville, where they were chanting, Jews will not replace us, which as a Jew confused me, because, well, of course we're not going to replace you, neo-Nazis. What do you think? We're going to wear camo and wallets with chains and carry signs against ourselves? No, neo-Nazis. Jews will not replace you. If anything, you'll be replaced by cheaper counterfeit Nazis from China. I actually did meet, and this is true, some redneck Jews when I lived in North Florida for a while. That was weird. Like guys saying, "Hey, Bubba, we better pull the transmission out of that truck and get our asses to shul before sundown, because it's Shabbat, you old son of a bitch." I was actually in a Jewish biker gang once, 3 middle-aged Jews riding motorcycles, not one of them a Harley, of course. And we called ourselves the Road Warriors. Now, it was a very tough name, but we were pretty fucking badass. Like, if other gangs tried to fuck with us, we'd shank them with a matzah. You have to say the blessing first. Hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Take that, motherfucker! So I just realized that I have been teleworking for 5 months now, and you will find some strange shit around the house. I found this in the fridge. Mike's Hard Lemonade on one side, hand sanitizer on the other. And I'm like, well, there's a theme here. Like, this has 3% alcohol. This has, 99%. This will give you a nice light buzz. This will fuck you up, okay? L'chaim. Okay. Thank you, Jolie and Elani. I love you. Good night.
Give it up for Walter Gottlieb. Heck yeah. I love how QAnon is they've been simmering on the news for a while, but I feel like over the past week or so they've really started to blip the needle again on the mainstream news. So I just wanted to share that I have a personal experience with a QAnon operative. I don't know if they all call themselves operatives, but 2 years ago, a person basically hopped out of a U.S. Postal Service truck in front of me and proceeded to get me to sign up for a Twitter account so that I could repost everything they were saying about QAnon. That's my whole story, guys. However, okay, well, I mean, well, so this guy, he said he was ex-Navy. Actually, okay, so he didn't directly hop out of the postal service truck, but basically what he was doing, okay, this isn't the kind of person I would imagine to be QAnon. So maybe there's some truth to the QAnon, because he had really drunk the Kool-Aid. So this guy was actually selling homemade jewelry on the street in Oregon, and when I asked him where he lived, that's when he pointed to the mail truck. He said that he was an ex-Navy guy, and he led me to believe that he was actually in the core of QAnon. If you want to know what his Twitter handle is, I still have it for you. He got me to, guys, I was very impressionable at the time. I mean, he was clearly predating me for a reason. But yeah, but I did sign up for a Twitter account, and like I reposted like one thing he said, and then he like continually was calling me, so I pretended that I had died. I pretended that the deep state got me. All right, that's all. Elani, have you had any experience with QAnon, being as close to DC as you are?
No, I have branded QAnon as white people nonsense. I'm out of it. I'm not even going there. Like,
Probably spares you from a lot
barely.
of dumb shit.
Yeah, I was like, what? The whites are at it again. This what the fuck are they doing? I don't know. I'm too busy watching 90 Day Fiance to really be like concerned with anything. Like anytime you look at the news right now, it's just awful, you know? Like I think Americans should just accept that our government hates us and wants us to die. We still don't have the unemployment benefits extended. We're probably not getting a second stimulus check. Trump thinks that Melania's speech at the RNC is going to somehow help his case. Like I can't. I don't want to look at the news. You know, I saw the QAnon thing or whatever, and I was like, oh no, too much. Anyways, enough about that. Thank you so much, Walter, for joining us. We're gonna move on to our next comic. Is Kevin Kellum
You know what?
here?
Kevin Kellum's not here, so let's move it right
okay.
along to the comic after that. Coming at you from
Spider Jones?
Cleveland. It's Spider Jones.
I
Give it up
am
for
here.
him. Woo!
Oh my God! Sorry I'm late. Had some other things to do. Glad they got to be here. I thought Rick Ross was on here. Turns out it's just Charles. Good to see everybody. I know that was low. My bad, man. Hey, on my screen, I thought it was Rick Ross, and then on the right, I thought it was a postman. That was Charlotte. So I didn't know what the fuck was going on, and it was just confusing. You know how you get in late, you just start seeing shit, and just like, all right, my bad. Yeah, like she said, I realized we're not getting a second check, and someone ratted me out to unemployment that I was doing comedy and still getting paid, so I no longer get unemployment. So I had to go look for a job today.
What?
Yeah, I've had 3 interviews today. Yeah, someone snitched me out for doing comedy, and the pictures and link they sent was to a charity event that I did for free. Wow. So they got me. I don't know who it is, but when I find them, I'm going all Tupac on them. I hope they ain't wearing a vest. Anyway, I'm here now.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why I let that come out. Just had a little something.
Therapy session.
Yeah, I'm drinking too much milk, man. I'm let the milk hitting hard tonight, y'all. I don't know what's wrong. Too much milk and cookies right over here, man. I thought it was weird. Like I did one interview, I left, went to a second interview, and I guess the first interview was calling me during the second interview. And when I finally got out, I called them back. They didn't answer, and then they called me back, and I answered the phone like a polite person. I said hello. And their response was, you need to learn how to answer your phone when someone calls you. And I was just like, Grandma? And it was like, this is Sheree from Family Dollar. You need to go take your drug test. And I was just like, are you offering me the job? Because I feel like we've missed some steps. What's happening right now? He's like, it is rude for someone not to answer. We've been calling you for a couple days now. I was like, you've been calling me for 90 minutes and I was in another interview. That ain't the point. You need to go take your drug test. I was like, okay. Aren't I supposed to have another interview? He's like, we'll do that after your drug test. I was like, cool. She's like, yeah, I'm sending you the link right now. It's going to be in your email. Not only did she not email it, she texted me a photo of the email. I don't even understand how that was a scenario and her plan to get me to do something. And I'm like, okay, I got it. And then she's like, you need to go do this at 1 o'clock. We already scheduled it. I was like, what if I didn't want the job? And she was like, bitch, please. And she hung up the phone.
Wow.
I'm like, we haven't even discussed salary yet. And you just went ahead and just assumed that I wanted this shitty position, which I found out to be a general manager for a Dollar General. I keep saying Dollar General. They're probably better now. A Family Dollar. I'm going to get the name right. A place I'm trashing. $10 an hour.
No.
To be the general manager of Family Dollar, which means that's not even a general manager. You just need a black dude to work in the neighborhood to be security. And I'm not that big. All right, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not that big. I know a lot of martial arts. I've done, but I'm skinny. Let's get a full. I'm skinny. I'm hang glide on Dorito skinny. No matter how much I lift weights. And we've all seen Family Dollars after 5 o'clock. It's pretty much a be all end all, take your shit and run type of thing. So I was just like, no. So I just went and got ice cream and I went home. But then I realized I have no job and nothing to do and not making money. So I went and did the drug test because it got me out the house. Yeah, just being about my day, Oh my God. Like I've had some really bad jobs and I've had some like jobs that were fun but bad. Before I did comedy, I was a DJ and I used to DJ strip clubs. And nothing is more fun than walking into a strip club and seeing two women having a fight using used tampons like they're Nerf darts. Oh, no. So
what the
fuck? Then again, maybe Family Dollar won't be that bad. I don't
High
know.
five on that. Oh,
Sad. Well, at least you don't have to work at Family Dollar, I wouldn't do it either. I'd actually rather be shot in the face than have to work in retail again. There, I said it.
Well, if you want to get shot in the face, working in retail is a great way to start.
I hate it so much. Yes, I do. But we're gonna move on to the next comic, right, Julie?
Yeah, we can do that. I'm just sitting here thinking about a general manager making $10 at Family Dollar.
That's a crime.
I've given up. I just started selling my mixtape from high school again, and this was done in 1997. I feel like we're just gonna do that now.
Wow, they should see how good your handwriting was in '97. They'll probably add another $1.50 on your salary.
Where do you live, Spider?
I'm in Cleveland right now.
Okay. Ohio?
Cleveland.
Yeah.
Nice.
Cleveland. Is there another Cleveland? There's probably a Cleveland, but they spell it CLEAV.
There is one more Cleveland somewhere. I saw it when I had to try and get a bus ticket on Greyhound, and I was just like, "Oh shit, there's a second Cleveland." And I think it's in Tennessee. When I'm just like,
yes.
Probably
wow, the bus ticket thing is
God, there
probably a
is
great
one in
reason.
Texas.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't name two towns the same thing, because guys, make sure that you get your Greyhound bus to the right town. Okay. Those are some pretty highly compromised people. I mean, Greyhound probably just shouldn't even go to two of the same city, because I've seen people pass out in Greyhounds for like 9 hours at a time, on meth and whatnot. You could be heading in the wrong direction and not even know it. Yeah, you don't want to come to this Cleveland though. The other one's definitely better. I'm near Cleveland too, guys. Cool. Is it cool? Are we still having an okay time? Are we doing okay?
Did I break the room? Did I break the room?
No, there was I think that people are really just thinking about the physics of used tampons in a fight. Like they're more like nunchucks. They're nunchucks, not Nerf darts.
Well, they were throwing them, and then I turned around, and then I came back in, and I saw them like, pew, pew, pew. And I was just like, I'm going.
They had
home.
that many stocked up in there?
Yeah, it was a nasty place. It was
saving up.
They probably saw it on TikTok.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Let's clear the air. Let's clear the air. Woo, we're gonna in the air, guys. You can see I'm no longer wearing my house coat. If you ever see me wearing like the thing that I wore when we started this show, it's like a thing that grasps me like this. That's because I just woke up and I don't want any of your bullshit. But now I'm back. I woke up. All right, let's do it. Let's go to our next comic. What do we have to say about him today? He's in Weymouth, Massachusetts. It's his birthday.
Mm-hmm.
And it's his birthday, but the fun fact he shared this week is that he likes turtles. Where is he? Where's Ben Sibley?
Right here.
Hey,
how you
there he is. Let's
doing?
give it up for birthday boy Ben Sibley.
Hey.
How's it going, everybody?
Woo!
Ooh.
Hey.
So, hi, I'm Ben.
Hi, Ben.
I have ADD, dyslexia, and a personality disorder.
Woo.
Woo.
What that means is that when I meet you, I'm going to say your name wrong. Forget what we were just talking about. Hope you don't leave me. What were we just talking about again? Oh yeah, IBS. Which means I BS you until I figure out what the hell we were just talking about. Why is it that people like to forget that we're animals, unless when it comes to sex, right? Everybody has like their own sex spirit animal, you know, like cougars, bears, cubs, otters. I just found this one. You ever heard of a manther? Manther is a man who likes younger women.
Oh no.
We need a name for that. Like, but I think that's just called QAnon, right?
Oh God.
Charles, earlier you were saying something about how weird these Zoom mics can be. Well, one thing I've noticed about these Zoom mics, I'm talking to my camera here, right? It's almost like talking into the mirror. But when I tell my jokes into the mirror, at least the people in my head laugh. So I'm a pretty big fan of He-Man, right? And I just messed that up. I'm a pretty big fan of superheroes, but my favorite superhero is He-Man.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And one problem I've noticed with He-Man, like Superman, like wears like his costume underneath his clothes. Well, He-Man, all he does is take off his pants. That's all he does. You don't think there was a time when he just couldn't get them off? Like, up, 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 up. They're just taking off my boots.
Oh, Ben.
Oh, Ben. Oh, Ben.
Take your
All right,
time, but not too much time.
Yeah, right? Exactly. I'm Benjamin Sibley. Y'all have a wonderful night.
Oh, he's got another minute, guys. We can, like, let's all
Do another bit. Do another bit.
let's all just slow our roll. We're just hanging out. We've got nowhere to be except me. I'm going to a 9-hour shift after this. But guys, it's just like this is our hot tub. Let's get bubbly. Ben, you got anything else? You're good. How was your B-day?
Thank you.
How was your birthday?
How was your bidet? Did you get a bidet?
How was my bidet?
Yeah.
I forgot the conversation.
Never mind. We.
Never
A
mind.
little cold.
I know why things feel a little funky tonight, guys. I'm talking to her now. It's because Mooski, Rachel Rothenberg, called out because she drank sour goat milk. She was our number 2, and she was gonna bring the sauce, and then she pulled out, and now we're all just kind of floating around in space like we don't know what's happening. But we're good. We're good. We're here. We're checking in with each other. This is just a wellness check, right? We got a few new faces, and we haven't said it this week, so we'll say it this week, guys. Listen. If you hear something that doesn't make you laugh, but it makes you concerned, you know what you should do? Everyone, write it down and call a social worker. I know that's going to catch on at some point. It better, because this is a cry for help. That's why we're here. All right. Coming at us next. He's out of Salt Lake City, Utah. He's a very talented musician. He is doing special secret projects. Hey, Josh DiDonato's here. If you hadn't heard enough about politics tonight, Josh DiDonato just came in the room. But before that, please welcome to the Blue Mic stage, Mr. Joe Everard. Woo!
Hey, everybody. I'm getting older. I really realized that the other day I peed so hard my shirt flew back a little. It comes at you in slow, weird ways. Last year I fell asleep on a roller coaster during a blowjob, proving once and for all that I am the best at fucking napping. Best. Now, it's the little nuggets of wisdom I've come to realize about myself. Like, if I don't have any pants on by 3 p.m., I'm not getting anything done that day. I just accept that. It's like, I've made a lot of bad decisions in my life. I'm not saying I have. But, it's like I talked to my dentist about getting my wisdom teeth put back in. I thought about it. And it's nice though now being 39. I can say to my younger friends like, "Don't talk back to me, Sonny. I was born in the 1900s." I miss the days when unfolding the futon mattress counted as foreplay. That was good. I was talking to a younger friend of mine. He said, "How old are you?" I say, "I'm 39." And then he leans in real close and he says, "What was Y2K like?" I was like, "Dude, you see those Terminator movies?" Yeah, it was pretty much like that. Then the iPhone came out. Now we rule the robots. Ben, I was going to ask you, when you were young, did you have Castle of Grayskull? Did you have Castle of Grayskull?
I did.
You did? Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for crowd work.
Right.
I am an organ donor. You may say to yourself, "Joe, that is a dead giveaway." So I was, my ex was trying to get me into role playing, and I was like, all right, okay. But I always ended up upsetting her. It's like, was I supposed to let her be the oncologist? Is that how it works? This QAnon stuff, all these conspiracy theories, some of this stuff just drives me crazy. Like the contraceptive chip. Have you guys heard about this one where Bill Gates wants to get women get a microchip installed rather than having birth control, which I think is a really bad idea. However you look at it, it's like, I'm pregnant. It's like, how? Oh, the Russians hacked my Wi-Fi. That's true. I don't have a punch on this, but I found out the other day there's actually a children's book called Funny Clouds, a Chemtrail Tale.
Oh.
That needs a punch. I know that. It's like one of these things where everyone's getting mad at all this, like they want to rename all these shitty brands like Uncle Ben's and Aunt Jemima. It's shit food. It's like, while we're at it, let's rename Taco Bell to Meat Ringer. That seems appropriate. I don't know. It's like when I hear all these anti-maskers, it's like, oh, it's all fake. It's just like, I put more thought into this to organizing my porn than you have into this conspiracy theory, sir. Really, I just wish we could all get along. It's like, really, I just think most people are just like pancakes and waffles. We're all just the same, except, waffles or pancakes with OCD. I don't know. It's hard to maintain hope during this time, especially myself. It's been difficult. I just signed up my inner child for Make-A-Wish. And it's one of those things where it's like, there's a show on Netflix called Kidnapped in Plain Sight. And if you've seen the show, you know how bad it is. It's terrible. I was talking to a friend about it. Basically, this guy moves in with this couple with this young daughter, convinces this couple that he needs to sleep with their daughter because their therapist said so. Ends up having an affair with the wife, and the husband ends up giving him a hand job. My friend's like, "That's terrible." I say, "Yes, I agree, that's terrible." He says, "It's a sign of the times." I'm like, "No, it's not. At least they could agree on something." That's a dark joke. I know that. I love life. It's Stockholm Syndrome, but I love life. That's it for me. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Jolie.
Woo! Hi.
Thanks.
Give it up for Joe. I'm just over here taking notes to meme you, man. Those were some funny one-liners. Thanks so much, Joe.
Woo!
That's great.
Thank you.
All right. We're going to move on to our next comic. She's one of my favorite cat ladies. I'm also a cat mama, so we have a lot in common. She is also a published author. She's going to be on the all women's comedy show that I host on Friday. Is she here in the chat? Where'd she go?
Is it this
There
one?
she is.
I saw some cats in the background, so I put her on. Hey, look, it's Danny right now from Philly.
Thank you, everybody,
Look at her
very
kitties.
much. My husband is my biggest fan. He told me recently that one day I was going to be as famous as Louis C.K. And I said, I don't know about that, baby. Like when I masturbate in front of people, it doesn't get me fame. All it gets me is off. I've had to learn how to fill time in quarantine because I'm an alcoholic. Today is actually my 1-year sobriety anniversary.
Yay!
Yay!
Yeah, when you can't day drink, which, by the way, now you all know the joys of. And of course, when I did it, it was a problem, but you get it now. Without being able to day drink, you find things to do, like rewatch old Disney movies and wonder which princess is going to have which PTSD symptom when she's in her 30s. And I have also learned to crochet. And much like God, when learning to create, I had to start with something simple. So I make little penises. I started off with my sci-fi collection. So these are the penises of Captain Kirk and Spock, which doesn't work great in front of the green screen. The whole penis is Why am I circumcised? It is not logical. And I've recently introduced my politicians collection. Bernie Sanders. Of course, you'll notice that this one has no testicles. They are in the vacuous void where he left his conscience. And I recently added a new one, in honor of WAP, but Ben Shapiro. Seriously, like if your vagina is not naturally lubricating properly, like you might need to see a doctor. You might just need a gentle water-based lubricant, or you might need to divorce Ben Shapiro. I have been laid off for 5 months now, so please buy my book. It passes the Bechdel test and is born in chapter 20. Let me try something real quick, just in case it works this time. Computer, end program. Computer, arch. God damn it. Not been working. Anyway. Also, I would like to contribute to some humanitarian causes if possible. So I'm encouraging you all to join me in sending vibrators to Melania Trump. To the address of the country's nicest immigrant detention center at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, Washington, D.C. I really don't go to AA meetings. I never have. I mean, unless you count putting fresh batteries in my vibrator. But no, I just do this instead. Really looking forward to November. Hopefully I won't relapse. Your vote counts. I'm happy with Kamala Harris as Biden's VP choice. I mean, I like her, but also cannot wait for the headline day after her first debate with Mike Pence, when it says, Mike Pence, dead at 61, cause of death, head explodes after his ass is handed to him by a strong, intelligent woman of color. That's the America I want to live in. Anyway, thanks, guys. Have a great night.
Hi.
All right, that was wonderful, Danny. I really liked how Ben's
his little yarn figure, the balls were blue. So accurate. So accurate.
Danny,
Accurate.
not to inspire a relapse, now that I have learned that we're the only thing keeping you from drinking.
Are
But
we? That's not good.
that's what I just heard as Danny was saying that, like, yeah, like we're your weekly AA meeting. I was just like putting on earmuffs for my own like legal well-being here. We're gonna do a blur mic at some point where
What's a blur mic?
you have to be drunk. That's gonna be
Oh.
it's gonna be a special mic.
Oh damn! I gotta join that one.
But Danny can be our DD. Actually, Danny, maybe we'll let you host that since you'll be like one of the only sober ones.
Oh, that's
Anyone else?
perfect for me.
Hi.
What's that?
I could just be high.
Yeah. Well, that's gonna be green, Mike. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We're gonna do all the different. Rachel Rothenberg just asked me if she could host a brown mic, so we have to ask her about that. Like, yeah. Who's up next?
It's Dennis.
Oh, wait. It's not Dennis.
Chino.
Yes, it is. Oh no. Oh my gosh.
It's
Sorry.
Chino.
Dennis. My
I'm gonna
bad.
see if I can find your little snippet. I'm gonna look.
Pulled a bin and got a little confused. I switched the names around.
Here's a snippet coming at you
Sorry.
from Trenton, New Jersey. He'll share his
Came
food
too early.
with you. He'll ask you if you want some of his food, but he says, please say no. It's Chino De Leon.
Woo! What up, everybody? Like she already said, I'm Chino De Leon. I'm gonna try to stick with themes because there's a lot of been themes. So there's been predators, and there's been weed talk. So, you know, talk about.
Okay, I'm on Zoom.
All right, listen. Be quiet. I'm on the mic.
That was your invited guest. You know? That was Edna.
And nah, I'm just kidding. I want to talk something about that I really love, besides my kids. Weed. I love weed.
Yeah.
What I love about weed is that it makes everything you eat way more better. And trust me, I'm a big guy. Fuck that. I'm a fat guy. I can tell you, and you can take my word. You know what I do miss? I miss the old anti-weed commercials. You know, the one they try to scare you away from weed. If anything, it just made me more curious. My favorite one out of all was the one with the talking dog. I don't know if you've ever seen that, but I'll explain it to you anyway. It was this dog. He jumps on the chair. He looks at the owner. He's like, Linda, I don't like that you smoke weed. You're not the same when you're high. And I miss my best friend. And then he jumps off the chair like he's pissed off at the bitch. Can you imagine every time you smoke weed, you could talk to your fucking dog? I'll be high all the fucking time, asking them questions. Like, what does it feel like when you lick your own balls? Like when you sniff another dog's asshole, is that like you IDing him and his breed? It's a Shih Tzu. Double meaning there. You telling me you could talk this whole fucking time and you still decide to piss and shit on my fucking carpet, you little asshole? I just picture him looking back at me with yeah, and go feed my bull, you bitch. And I'm gonna do that because I love him. Anyway, moving on from weed, which I love very much if I haven't made that clear. Cleanse the palate. I got a question for the older guys. At what age do we stop having random boners?
Not as much as you.
I'm 32 and it's not stopping at all. What I do ask is there a limit? Because, you know, they come whenever they fucking want. I'll be playing basketball, shooting the hoops, boner. I'm be being the body of Christ, boner. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not a priest. Anyway. All right, I got to say something because it's been weighing on my mind all day. I don't know if have y'all seen this, but Netflix is coming out with a movie next month. It's a French movie called Cuties. The basis of this movie is 11 and 12-year-olds twerking. Not lying to you, is fucking serious, and it's real.
Wow.
Well, I'm a father. I would have never pictured watching the movie, let alone let my 5-year-old watch that shit. I just want to know what in the Jeffrey Epstein like Netflix really would like. You know what? Who could produce this?
Oh, damn.
Like the only people you're looking for, literally, the only people that's gonna watch that is a bunch of fucking R. Kellys. You get that? Making fucking groomers more excited.
One
Anyway,
person after
I'll leave.
this.
I'll say this and then I'll leave.
On the subject.
Aaron Ring,
Yeah.
we're about
God,
to kick
is
you out,
that you?
buddy.
Oh, that was God. Sorry.
He's ordering a salad from his wife who's doing a yoga video, he told me.
I wish I could do yogas. I can't touch my toes. Anyway, I said this and now I'm out. Does it only become holy water only when Jesus Christ washes his hands with it? Anyway, my name is Tino. Have a good night.
Yeah.
No.
Chino de Leon.
That was great. Okay, now we're gonna do Dennis. Or Dennis is gonna do us. I don't know.
You want to do Dennis?
Anyways, everybody, welcome to your screen.
We're going to welcome Dennis. Let's welcome Dennis to our screen.
Yeah, me.
Hey, you guys
Thank
better
you,
Dennis
everybody.
Mailer.
Hi, thank you. Give it up for your host of this, and give it up for Chino, who admits that he can't do yoga because he can't touch his toes. Not because he's not flexible; it's because he can't see them. So,
Damn.
you're a good sport, Chino. You're a good sport. Come on, man. All right, let's talk about this. I clearly, if you can't tell, I'm a very single man. Have been. I'm okay with it. I don't date a lot because, let's be honest, I have a sparkling personality disorders. So. Although every once in a while I do the dating apps to no avail, and if you don't know what they are, there's two major dating apps out there. There's Tinder, which is apparently if a guy matches up with a woman, if both of you swipe on each other, the guy has to send her a dick pic, apparently. And then there's the other big one. There's the feminist version of Tinder called Bumble, which is, and guys, if you don't know this, if you match up with a woman, you can't message her until she first sends you a dick pic. So most of the reason I don't do the dating apps and I don't date is because I can't stand people. Let's be honest. There's so many contradictions I can't stand. Like, there's so many. Like, I don't know. I've gone on and bless you. We're allergic to Kevin Escobar's cat. Hey, Kevin, bring the cat more down. We need some more dander up in this fucking Zoom mic. Thank you.
By itself.
Here we go. Where's my dog? We'll get. Okay. Anyway. So yeah, no, I don't like the contradictions that are on the dating apps. Like example, every profile I see is a woman saying, oh, I'm just looking for my partner in crime, and then they get mad when they find out I have a criminal record. Like it's one of the things that I see on Tinder a lot that I don't understand. And sorry, I would make fun of men's profiles if I looked at men's profiles, but let's be honest, I can't stand to look at my own dick when I masturbate, let alone manipulate somebody else's. So I'm sorry if I'm one-sided here, but one of the things that I always see is like turn-ons, beards, and tattoos. Turn-offs if you're under 5'9". Like we understand these are all the things that you can manufacture and change about yourselves, but we hate the one thing that you can't change about yourself, making yourself taller. It's like you can fucking look like the goddamn lizard man with bolts over your eyebrows and some woman will go out with you. But if you're under 5'9", die alone, troll. That's basically. I'm 5'6". I don't deserve love, apparently. That's what I found out on. I do have a dog now. I keep referring to her as my foster dog, but she is my dog now. I'm keeping her. The adoption agents can pry her away from my cold dead fucking hands. Like, you're not getting this dog. I love this dog. This dog loves me. Dude, this dog lives the perfect Tinder woman life. Like, all this dog wants is somebody to stroke her hair, tell her she's pretty, and feed her tacos. That's all this dog wants. I give it to her every moment of the day. I just remember that there is a window somewhere around here that has a timer. There it is.
Minute and 8 seconds, babe.
Let's talk about. I'll tell you this. I'm probably admitting to being an accomplice in the crime. Why not? Long story short, there's an attractive young lady that lives near me. She also has a dog.
I need my hands. I just got here. I'll be in that house in a minute.
All right. Do you need help with the keys there to the house? The code I should shout out through Zoom here to open your door automatically for you?
She's literally making fake excuses on mic.
2020, we're 9 months into a goddamn pandemic, and people still can't figure out how to mute their shit. Like, had cell phones for 25 fucking years. We all can mute when we're taking a shit talking to our mother, but on Zoom, we can't figure that shit out. For this shit, because why? I don't understand. I really didn't shower. I didn't put on real pants. I'm a liar. I'm a liar, and I'm better, Dennis Mauer. Thank you, everyone. Good night.
Finish.
Dennis coming in clutch. Yes. I mean, like, I don't understand how it's almost 6 months into quarantine and you don't know how to mute yourself? What is that about? Huh? Like, come on, you had 6 months to learn. It doesn't make any sense. But it's always good to see you, Dennis. Thank you so much for doing the show. You were great.
Shout out to the DMV.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dennis. Thanks for taking care of yourself for us, Dennis. Guys, when you put on deodorant, we can tell. It's like when you have a job interview on the internet and you decide to put on pants for it. They can tell, right? No, they know if you're hanging out with your wang out. There's something proper about it. Yeah, I forgot to deodorize myself tonight. Sorry guys, can you tell?
Oh, you're good, babe.
Woo! Yeah, man, Dennis, there's so much that I wanted to mention from your set, but I forgot it because you've been ending your set recently by like making the choice to keep your dog. I think you've done that like 3 weeks in a row. Like, what's your
I just keep telling the adoption agency terrible things about her so she won't get adopted by anyone else.
So she's still technically a foster dog?
I mean, she's. Let's put it this way. Last week I told the foster agent she ate a whole child. So.
Oh no.
Human child?
Yeah, 7-year-old. Yeah, no, I could have stopped her, but have you ever tried to get between a dog and its bone? No, it's impossible. They're like, okay.
Wow, small 7-year-olds. I thought they were making them bigger, but I guess I was wrong. Okay.
Weird year, Things get made differently in 2020.
Hey, let's meet up with this guy who's been having some chatter. Oh wow, it looks like he's got a great Hudson River School painting in the background today. He's upped his game. He's newly married. He'll probably tell you about that. Maybe he will. It's our friend Aaron Ring, who hosts Blue Annex on Thursdays. Blue Annex is a joke writing workshop. Give it up for Aaron Ring. Woo!
Hey guys, first I'm looking for a dog to adopt. So if anybody has a lead, let me know. Hey, they say there are no atheists in foxholes. But if you're in an asshole, I hope you're an atheist. Because God doesn't like that. Thanks for laughing. I hope everyone laughs. And look, if I don't get famous, it will be very unfair to everybody I fucked over. I used to get really nervous in front of audiences, so I came up with this trick. I like to picture my audience crucified. And then I feel better because I know Jesus loves me. So yeah, as Joey said, that was a fly, excuse me. I'm outside, as you can tell. As Joey said, I was recently married. Yeah, it's been about a month. Thank you. Well, we did it on Zoom and it went pretty well. The bachelor party was amazing. That was on Pornhub. And I'm ashamed to say that about 3 days later, I lost my wedding ring. And this is my second marriage, so I was afraid that since I've already had marriage, that maybe I have the antibodies. But guys, I did recently replace my wedding ring right there. And yeah, I actually just I glued that one because an hour before the mic, I found the lost wedding ring. So now, if you can see, I have two.
Ooh.
Yeah, and I tell you, I've never really thought about a plural marriage, but I mean, if anybody wants to be a sister wife or a brother husband, we've got one. Got an extra. Got it covered. Yeah. So I am extraordinarily happy. I'm very lucky. My wife is an author. Her latest book is on the Holocaust. And I feel so fortunate to have her that I actually pretend it happened. Hey, whoever is having a dialogue out there, could you? I know that I'm an asshole, and I left my mic on, but hey, if you're trying to get revenge, I will. There are better ways to do it.
I'm trying to
Somebody was talking about animals and sex. I think the thing that separates us from the animals is actually not sex, but surprise parties. Because if you throw a surprise party for a chimp, you get your face torn off. But I kind of like surprise parties. I am, for the record, it was not me. That's from Dead Air Dennis Miller. No, well, thank you. You are a better man than I, because I would have gotten revenge. Where was I? Oh, I'm living out the pandemic in Western Massachusetts, but generally I'm from New York, and I'm really missing New York. I especially miss my neighbors. I think they came from dystopia. They were very nice. I once knocked on their door to see if they were also smelling something weird, and they gave me the recipe for chlorine chicken and barbecued hare.
Do you hear that awesome elevator music?
Oh my God! I am out of time, guys. Thank you so much.
Woo! Wow.
Come to the Blue Annex.
Here. Thanks,
let's,
Aaron.
Write some jokes. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks for coming, Aaron. And
Thanks,
again,
Aaron.
congrats on getting married. So sweet.
Thanks, Elani.
Not everybody could do that during a pandemic. I'm just gonna say. So that's super sweet. Yeah, give Aaron one more round of applause. And if anybody is interested in being a third on their marriage, hit Aaron up. They've got the report already, you know. But do it. I'm not gonna do it just because I'm not good in group projects, but might be for someone else. I'm not even getting like a 2-person partnership because I don't do anything. Anyways, that was Aaron. Great seeing him again. I think we're gonna pass the mic on to Mr. Kevin Escobar. He's one of my favorites. He actually has a Zoom 30-minute special coming out. Is that right, Kevin?
Yes, but it's in Spanish, so I don't know how many of you can check it out. But
Well, I mean, I still think that's cool. I admire people who are still putting out new material and stuff, even if it's through Zoom. I'll watch it. I may not know what you're saying, and I'm not going to, but I'll still watch it.
We'll do a watch party together, and you can just subtitle it in English for us. How's that sound?
well, it's gonna take a while.
It's the least you can do.
Sure.
Hey, let's give it up for Kevin Escobar.
What's going on? ¿Cómo está mi gente? ¿Todo bien? I'm gonna do this one in Spanish, by the
Bien,
way.
gracias,
So-
jefe. Gracias, puto.
Bien, bien.
Okay. What? Puto? Fuck you. That's the only Spanish people learn is the bad words. Coma mierda, hijo de puta, gonorrea. I can go on. But this,
Dame chela, baby.
Órale.
this is not.
Ay, coño.
I used to be a tutor, but I'm not getting paid for this, so fuck you guys. Anyway.
Una cerveza, por favor.
Cállate, hijo de puta. Anyway. You know what? I'll teach you guys one word, all right? So first off.
Banoche.
Shut the fuck up. Do you not see my last name? I will find you. Never mind. Anyway. I wish, man. I wish I had that power. Fuck. But look, first off, you know, all Latinos in South America, we speak Spanish, but we really don't understand each other because we don't speak the same Spanish. It just depends where you come from, right? So, for example, the word concha, it means many different things depending where you are in South America. In Mexico, it's a type of sweet bread, very delicious. It can be a seashell, a shrimp, or my favorite, a cunt. Yeah, so again, learn your Spanish because you could probably get something to eat. You know? But anyway, hi, I'm on vacation. I'm in Miami because coronavirus isn't real. No, it's fucking real. People that don't wear a mask, I think it's because they don't brush their teeth. I don't know. They'll fucking pass out smelling their breath. But I'm actually here in my small apartment in New York City, where I've been doing comedy in my underwear for months now. If anyone wants any pictures, please hit me up in the DMs. Have you guys heard of OnlyFans? Look, I had one, but it was, you know, just pictures of my feet, and there's sick fucking people. I did it as a joke, but there's sick fucking people out there, you know? Again, I was banking on the, you know, the whole thing, like there's 7 billion people. There has to be at least a handful of sickos out there. And guess what? Yes, there are. Yes, there are. I'm 6'4". I have a size 13 hairy foot like a hobbit, and the sexiest arches you'll ever see. It's like a Superman S, you know? So I'm gonna tell you some stories. Well, last time I was here, I don't know. I think I did pretty well with the 3 ways story, and some of you said you do 4 ways. You're overachievers. Good for you. Shitty anal and vomiting and abortion. You know, whatever. I'm gonna try to bring it down a little today. You know, I felt a little dirty, but okay. Some guy offered me $50 to walk on a pile of strawberries and send them the video. That's easy enough, right? That's easy, $50. And then some other guy offered me $500 to step in dog shit. Now, I'm in New York City, by the way, and we're known for dog shit everywhere. And let me tell you something, I couldn't find any at all. I live in Astoria, so these hipsters are cleaning up the environment, fucking up my OnlyFans career. You know what I'm saying? What else? How much time I got? Oh shit! Almost. Anyway, when we were younger, I don't know about you guys, but we couldn't really bang anywhere because, you know, we lived with our parents, so you have to save up money to go to a motel or whatnot. But one of my favorite places was a movie theater, late at night in the back because it was empty. I remember we were some foreplay. I went down on her. I stuck it in and I pulled out and I saw like a long pink string attached to my penis, and I flipped out and I rolled over the back of the seat, and I jizzed on my shirt. And, and then then I found out that pink string was just the gum that I had in my mouth when I went down on her before. So, yeah. Yeah. Oh, my time's up. All right. Thank you. I'll try again next time.
Wow. Hold your applause and go. Yeah. That's Kevin Escobar out of Astoria. Love it. Alana, you're already back. Are you already back?
Yeah, I've got to dip in another like 10 minutes or so, but I'm back for now. But Kevin, I thought I had stops. I had one time, my boyfriend at the time, he got jizz in his eyes because he like pulled out too fast and then whole thing. But the bubblegum thing, that's new. That is new. If I was that girl, I'd be a little pissed. Not gonna lie.
Oh, that was 10 years ago. Oh.
That's true. You've learned. You've grown. How old are you now? Like what? 26?
No, I'm 31.
31? Okay, so you were 21. Okay, it's fine.
No, I think I was younger. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. We've grown.
End of the world anyway.
Oh Lord, you've given me some nightmare fuel to think about, but I enjoyed your set.
Thanks, Kevin. I feel like I got some nightmare fuel too. You were also bringing back some memories that I haven't thought of in a long time, Kevin. When you were talking about three-ways versus foursomes, Kevin, have you ever had a 2x4?
What?
No. I guess this is a term I must have made up. That's when you start off your orgy by getting 4 people back to your house on 2 bicycles. Yep, that was my first foursome. Courtesy of yours truly, and that suggestive voice I have.
It was a great night.
I know. Man, that was weird. After that night, man, that was back in like maybe 2007. Yeah, 4 people, 2 bicycles, probably 2.5 miles, hilly miles. And after the foursome, 2 of them moved to Hawaii like the next day. It was like retaliation. Never heard from him again. Didn't know him to start with anyway. Okay. What are we doing with ourselves?
I don't know. All I know is like 2007. I was 13, so I would not have been invited to that foursome. But it sounds like I didn't miss anything, you know?
Thanks for giving me the benefit of the doubt with the invite thing.
I mean, yeah. All right. Should we move on to our next comment?
Let's move on. This next one, I think he's actually probably down the road from Kevin Escobar. He's somewhere up there, Queens area. He's yeah. Look at this, guys. Let's give it up for Ralph Anthony. Hey, Ralphie!
Hey, what's going on? Yeah, Astoria, man. I'm right here with you. It's great. Awesome. Cool. We're starting off. Still got that background noise. Fantastic. I don't know. I don't know about you guys. I love edibles. You guys fuck with edibles at all? Anyone?
Yeah.
Some of us. Yes. Beautiful. Can we just can we like agree that edibles have just gotten too strong? Yeah. Like they've just gotten too strong, man. It's too much. Like my dealer does not know the actual percentage. Like, yeah, okay, it says 25 milligrams on that Tootsie Roll, but is it really 25 milligrams? You know, could it be 50? Could it be? I don't know. I don't know, man. You see, they're just too strong. Like, you got to plan your whole day around them. You got to plan your whole day around it. Like, you just can't get high. Like, when you smoke a joint, when you smoke a bowl, you could just go arbitrarily outside and get high. Like, you can't do that with an edible. You have to plan it around your day. You have to structure this. There's a whole schedule. There's a process that you have to follow. You just can't pop an edible like it was a fucking M&M. You just can't be like, boop, there we go. Cool. You do that and like, see you later. I'll see you in 6 hours. Have fun. Have fun. Just too strong, man. Like, you don't know what you're going to get. You don't know what you're going to get. You could have this fun, happy, goofy little high, or it could be the worst nightmare you've ever lived. Like, why is this a fun house? Why is this a fun house right now? Like, no one's having fun. I'm freaking out. All the voices in my head are talking to me at once. Like, what's going on? It's just too much, man. It's just too much. So the course of an edible will go from like, it's too, like, you can't, I don't want to plan for that. Like, I just want to have a good time. I want to be giggly. You know, there's a time and a place to take edibles. There's a fucking time and a place. And at 35,000 feet is not the time and place to take your first one. That's for sure. Not the time and the place, man. Not the time and the place. And you're probably wondering, why would this guy take illicit drugs right before getting on a contraption up in the air at 35,000 feet? Well, when one of your best friends gives you an edible as you pull up to the Austin International Airport after a 3-day drinking binge. He gives me this edible and goes, "Here, just a little bit, just a little something to take the edge off." I'm sorry, just take the edge off. Okay, cool. How strong is it? His answer, oh yeah? How strong is Come on, tell me, how strong is it? Not that strong. Well, if it's not that strong, why are you giving it to me to take the edge off? What's it really going to do? What's it really going to do? And at that point, after 3 days of drinking in Austin, I said, well, you know what? Let's just roll the dice. We've already made enough bad decisions right now. I eat this edible. It doesn't kick in when I'm on the plane. It kicks in right when I'm going through TSA. Right through TSA. You guys ever get patted down by a grown man 3 times your size and a drug-sniffing dog eyeing your balls? That'll be a real big buzzkill. Real big buzzkill. I get on the plane. As the plane takes off and it gets higher, so do I. And the only thing I could think of, the only way I could calm down, the only way I could focus was to turn on the lovable animated movie Kung Fu Panda. That's how you know you're fucked up, when the soothing sound of Jack Black is the one that brings you back to reality. And I thought I had it conquered. I thought I was okay until at one point that panda turned and looked at me and said, "Hey, listen, Ralph, this edible isn't that strong. All right, you guys have been fun."
Hold your applause, guys. It's all tweaking out. Let's give it up for Ralph Anthony. Woo!
Yeah.
Ralph, you're giving me flashbacks here, man. I think I was patted down by the same TSA agent as you at the Austin International Airport, where I first experienced the sunrise rub down.
Yeah, it's frightening.
Man, they're really amenable to drunkenness in the TSA line in Austin. If any of you have a drinking problem, definitely go to Austin and take a flight at 5 in the morning after a 3-day-long bachelorette bender. That's the TSA experience when I learned that body glitter shows up on the scanner. They were like, guys, they thought I was totally loaded with bombs that morning. Like, everything was lit up. Everything was lit up. I was super still drunk. And that was when the first time it was actually a lady I had. She was like 6'6", but it was a woman. She pulled me aside and she looked me in the face. And I had, like, you know, those golden tattoos that you kind of just, if you're me, you just kind of put them like that all the way down your whole body. She looked me square in my drunken face with all my, like, plastered body glitter on. She's like, "Do I have your permission to use the back of my hands on your chest?" I was like, "Come on, girl, do us both a favor and use the front." And I didn't know if that went over well, but then later, once I got on the plane, I realized that I had actually left my lucky belt buckle in the TSA line. And that's when I remembered that I had gotten one of the TSA agents' number. Line. No, I didn't get his number. He just asked me for my Instagram. The Austin TSA line is also where I accidentally took a maybe 36-inch pair of bolt cutters through TSA.
Oh,
Accidentally.
my.
Yeah, guys, it's gonna come out in a book in a memoir someday. But let's just, long story short, I was flying to Austin to break into a storage unit. And It was my own storage unit. I didn't successfully do it because I had just bought these new bolt cutters and I didn't realize that I hadn't put them in my checked bag, and they took them from me. They took them from me at TSA, and like I don't think they'd ever seen something so big coming out of someone's bag as like this big. They're like, "Is this chick? Is she really trying to smuggle it, or what's the deal?" But the conversation where they decided that they were going to take it from me, it probably took 15 minutes. Like they didn't just take it. It was like a 20-minute, it was a 15-minute long flirt session, and then we all became Instagram friends, and I got my lucky belt buckle back. Okay, great story, Jolie. Shut the fuck up. Hey, let's go on to our next comic. Oh my God, things are deteriorating rapidly around here, but he's about to inject us with some good humor, some kind vibes, some angelic vibes, guys. This is his second week here. Elvin, where are you coming to us from?
Stockton, California.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
He's from
Yeah.
Stockton. The best thing to come out of Stockton. Let's give it up for Elvin McGlinty.
Yeah. Woo woo. Yeah. What's up? What's up? Yeah. All right. Oh, DJ, what's up with the music? That's what's up, Jolie. You got a DJ now? Cut it. Yeah. You were talking about a blur mic earlier. That'll be cool. That'll be awesome. Me being blind, everything's a blur, so that'll be fun. Arian was talking about being nervous earlier. Yeah, every time I get nervous, I picture everyone naked. Yeah, it's not fun. It's not fun. Let me tell you. I wasn't in the mood. I wasn't in the nude for it. Anyway, I'm blind and Filipino. That's why I look black. And you know what? This current time right now, it's a lot of shit going on. BLM movement, and I want to ask my fellow comedians, man, like, let's do this. Support me in this movement, y'all. We've been mistreated. We've been ignored. We've been in the dark for all these years, man. Blind lives matter, y'all. Blind lives matter. Yeah. Yeah. If you want to donate, kick a little dough. Hit me up at on my Venmo, Elvin McGlinty. Yeah. So, but you know what? I know what you're thinking. Elvin, there's Braille on elevators. That's my point. How are we gonna elevate and move up in the world? We can't be just limited to elevators, y'all. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. You know what? Yeah, like in California, we've been dealing with the fire. Yeah, the fire. And my question is, like, where is Smokey the Bear when we need him? Like, where is he at this point in time? Is he frolicking in the woods, or evacuating himself? I don't know. But you know what I do know, he's probably totally pissed off because he's probably one of those bears that like holds it against you, like only you can prevent wildfire. Yeah, you know what, I'm not a big fan of crying babies. The only time I like crying babies is when they're asleep. Yeah. And when did Walmart put in a daycare center? Like, hello, fair warning to the blind guy. Like, come on, parents, leave your crying babies at the zoo before you go to the Walmart. Or how about the abortion clinic? How about the abortion clinic? A reminder that this could have been you. Life sucks, so suck it up. Yeah. If that was my parents, because I'm Filipino, if that was my parents would just left me at the Walmart. Be like, you know what? We'll put up a missing poster and a candlelight vigil at the same time. And the reward money, worry about that later. Yeah. But you know what? Sports is back, and you know who else is back? Iron freaking Mike Tyson, y'all. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
He
Mhm.
fucking fought a shark on Shark Week. I mean, how cool is that? I mean, he put the shark in tonic immobility. So basically, what that means is he paralyzed the freaking shark. Like, that would be cool to see Iron Mike against wild animals. Like, I want to see that. Shoot, you know? Like, let's take it back to the Roman gladiator days, you know? What if he fought a lion, you know? Like, who's to say he can't bite the lion's ear off? I mean, ask Evander Holyfield, you know? Like, hey, what about a bear? Yeah, a bear. That'd be cool. Yeah, maybe Winnie the Pooh. You know, don't get fooled by the soft and cuddly look, because bears are known to eat their young. But you know what? I got my money on Iron friggin' Mike Tyson. It's lights out for Winnie the Pooh. So yeah, you know, you know. So the moral to the story is, you know, I had a great edible trip on that night. But yeah, I'll end it on a couple things here. You know what? I think it'll be dope to have sex with an alien. Only if I can find an alien bitch with the proper green card, you know. Yeah, I don't know if you guys are into books, but I highly recommend this book. It's a dope book. It's called The Novel Coronavirus. Yeah, dope stuff. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Everyone ends up dying. Crazy. One more. What do you call a vintage Taliban party?
What?
A blast from the past.
Ah.
Anyway, that's been my time. My name is Elvin McGlinthey. Thank you. Thank you, Jolie.
Yeah, thanks, Elvin. Hey, Elvin, can we do a test real quick? Can you hear this?
Yeah,
Can
barely.
you hear it? Okay. I added some sound to the clock to try to help you out, but there's a learning curve to it, so
Yeah, it's all good.
okay.
Yeah.
I'm still figuring
I
it
hope
out.
I didn't
I
run
can
my
also just
time.
be like, "Psst." Next time I'll give you a so on the clock that I made also, guys, I don't think you can hear it, but when you have 1 minute left, it actually goes psst.
Okay.
I don't
You
know.
can do it verbally or type it out. That can probably work too.
Cool, man.
1 minute. 1 minute.
Yeah, there you go. That's pretty much my sex life. 1 minute. Yeah.
Neat. Thanks, Alvin. Hope to see you again next week.
Yeah. Thank you, Jolie.
Elani, you're here, right?
I am.
Hey.
All right.
How
So
you doing?
I'm doing all right. Thank you, Alvin, for your set.
Thank you, Elani. Thank you.
It was good having you. Hopefully you come back next week.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm gonna have to say the novel Coronavirus, very lame. 0 out of 10 stars on Goodreads or however they rate stuff over there. Not good. Don't like it. And I'm somebody
Not on the bestseller list.
No, it is not making that list for me personally. It's not.
It is going viral though.
Oh,
Sorry.
Got a point. You got a point, Amanda. Okay, so we are going to move on to our next comic of the night. I'm kind of looking for them right now. Christine, are you here? Is Christine Knowlton here?
Are you in the room? I'm not seeing her in the room. And that's funny because Christine was our comic this week who made a really banger promotional card for herself for this mic. And we reposted it to our Instagram page. It was awesome. But maybe she had another engagement. So we'll move her to the end of the wait list. And what that means is honk honk. Who's that outside? Is that our Uber driver? Is that our Uber driver who probably has kids in his trunk? Hey, it's Chris Molden!
Hey. Howdy. Yes, I'm not Christine, but I did just get Sorry, it's not the prettier picture that you were expecting. Oh, yes. Well, yeah, speaking of COVID cases, they may have just, you guys may have heard, they actually just discovered 500 new COVID cases at the University of Alabama. That's right. If you thought that Sadie Hawkins dance was going to be painful in person, it's going to be even more painful virtually. As you can tell by the tone of... That sounds like an interesting TV show in the background.
Who's watching porn?
That's the weirdest porn I've ever heard. Sounded like it had better production values. Interesting. Yeah, as you can probably tell by the way I talk, that I have some really, really weird interests. I don't get disturbed by too much stuff. Like, for example, I heard a story recently about this tech CEO in New York City who actually got butchered inside his apartment by some kind of masked hitman with like some kind of ninja mask. Did it, and before he was discovered by the guy's sister, and the hitman fled the entire building. And all I had to say in my head was, I don't think that that's what that company meant when they said that they were offering fractional shares.
That's right. He was a firefighter and used to make it for a
He wasn't a firefighter.
Firefighter. That was a great bit right there, firefighter.
It was.
I mean, may have been, the axe and all, but, they still have to figure out who did it. That's what they're still trying to figure out.
I got no resolution in my head. Oh, come on. Sure. None.
There's a lot of
Someone
noise
like
pollution
rehearsing a
there.
bad
What is happening, please?
a bad scene.
Please mute your mic.
Who is listening to TV right now? I'm looking at the sound coming in and I'm not seeing it. I don't know who it is, but it sounds like they heard us. So let me I just stopped the clock, so let's start it up again. All right, Chris.
Oh shit.
What's happening? Mute your mic.
They start the clock, they turn that TV back on. Like, wow, it's like, that's interesting. All right.
Yo, I gotta go again?
It's okay, Chris. Just keep doing your set. We're gonna try to figure
How about
it
this?
out.
Let's mute everyone. Let's just take a second to clear the air. Let's mute every single person. And if you're actually following along and you're not the person who's hacking up along. Oh no, Miles Francis just muted himself. Nope, there was
Damn, I didn't realize
I've already been muted.
I'm muting all.
Yeah.
I'm gonna mute all of you and allow you to unmute yourselves. Go. Let's see who is okay. Amanda Cruel's coming in first. Coming up next is James Godwin, followed by Joe Everard, Kevin Escobar sneaks in. We got Peter Seidel. We got who else is coming in through here? Oh, Adam Kuhn. Adam, you are on the wait list. Angela Kay, Danny Rydell. All right, these are the responsible ones. I'm gonna give you a little bit more time, Chris Waldeck. And can we give a big can we like refresh the air with some laughter, guys? Your most sincere laughter. You
Seriously, only laugh if you actually find what I am saying funny, though. Like only I think when people honestly say like, "Oh, I'm trying new material," or "Oh, I'm doing like kind of newer shit and stuff," you're basically saying, "Clap for me, please. Clap for me, please." Like and I'm like, no. I need to know if my jokes are good or bad because I need to know how long I'm gonna cry in the shower. That's really what I need. I just need to feel it. I need to be in that moment. Know if it's disappointing or not. I take it you're probably doing the light right now. So let's see where else I can go with this. All right. Have you guys ever noticed that the people who share the most motivational memes on Facebook are usually the least motivational people? Like literally, they're just sharing those memes, but they're not actually doing anything. Like I see it almost every time. Someone shares a Gary Vaynerchuk video, the next thing you know, meme after meme after meme. The next step, Primerica. It goes easily just like that. And then all of a sudden, that doesn't work out. Back to meme sharing. That's how it works almost every time. Well, that's something that I'm working on, but clearly that didn't motivate many of y'all. So
That's a hilarious premise. Keep at it.
Not bad though. Like today, I did okay. I did some good penny stock trading. That's what I usually do in stock trading. I trade penny stocks. I like to say that penny stocks are a lot like people you find on Plenty of Fish. They are there for a reason. Basically, there's a reason why they're there. They may look good on the outside, maybe everything may look good, but there's a reason why it's still a penny stock. There's a fucking reason why that company cannot break more than $5 a share. That's essentially how I look at it. A lot of people always ask me for different stock trading advice, and I try to give them the best advice I can, but sometimes I feel like I'm too honest sometimes. Like one guy asked me, he said, "Hey, what's a poppin' stock right now?" And I was like, I basically tell him, I said, "Oh, SCI." He's like, "Oh, science, like, you know, he owned like vaccines and stuff. I'm like, oh no, SCI, Service Corporation International, funeral services. And that dude got upset with me. He was like, that's fucked up, man. He said, my mom just died. I'm like, well, hey, man, now you found a way to get your inheritance.
Yeah. Hey, how about a hand for Chris Waldeck, y'all?
Yeah.
If you don't know what I'll do if you don't.
Whenever someone mentions penny stocks, it reminds me of my grandpa who used to trade penny stocks. And there are only three things that I really remember about him. Number one, he traded penny stocks. Number two, he ate peanut butter and jelly on hot dogs. And number three, he had a secret family. So that's what I associate with penny stocks. And now Chris Waldeck, you're added to the list of things that remind me of my grandpa.
But I guess that's a good thing. He reminds you of your grandpa, right?
Hot.
That's very sad.
Well, that's better than the other ways I could have reminded me. I'll take that.
My grandpa left a lot of like VHS and Super 8 recordings of women's chests from public pools.
Nice.
And the way that my family has substantiated that was by saying that he kind of had a degenerative brain disease that was undiagnosed.
Wait. And what was his YouTube channel?
Oh wow, he died before. I think he might have died before YouTube was invented. He died in 2006.
Should upload it on Pornhub or something.
How did he sneak the camera around?
He took a few laps around his decisions.
You know, you didn't really have to sneak the camera around back then because most people didn't know what they were. When they saw him looking at them, they're like, "What the fuck is that thing?" Yeah, it's like people say like the Native Americans didn't see the colonists coming in their ships because they've never seen ships. I don't know. Maybe I give my grandpa the benefit of the doubt a little too much. All right, guys, this has been a really weird mic. Thanks for sticking with us.
Jolie.
Being here. Hi, Walter. Do you have to leave?
No. Where did your ancestors come from?
Oh, Jesus. Well, they came from basically all the places where the lame white people used to live. Germany, England, Ireland, and Wales. Yeah, I got my genome tested back in 2005. I was one of the first people to swab for National Geographic, which you guys know 23andMe. And back when I did it, they only had 13 different options you could be. That was how few samples they had. I couldn't track down anyone interesting in my life. All they told me was basically, you're not a Jew. That's all.
Is that one of the results? Like, not a Jew?
Back then it was.
That's hilarious.
Political correctness was also a little different, guys. It was only 15 years ago, but boy, what a long way we've come.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, coming at us next, he's the king of roasts. Yes, all the way from Tokyo, but you wouldn't know it if you heard his voice. It's one of our best friends, Peter Seidel.
Woo! Woo!
Yeah.
You're up, Pete.
Peter, is that you, Peter? Oh, he's the one watching porn on his TV on his screen.
You've done my timing. Now I have to start again.
Oh shit! I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Please welcome to Blue Mike, Mr. Peter Seidel.
Woo!
Yeah.
I owned a store for 14 years.
14 years. Wow. I had no idea.
It was with my mom and my sister. So
Don't tell them I was not with your mom and your sister. Don't tell them. Lies. All lies.
Scanning my brain to like come up with great stories for it, but to be honest, I think it was like childbirth. Like I've forgotten all the pain in the past 5 years.
Peter?
I'm glad you think it's like childbirth. It is as wide as it is long. Really, who is watching television or listening to some nonsense joke?
The customers.
You know, I'm having fun, but I have got some jokes I'd like to tell. So, Corona novel, like the novel Coronavirus. I've heard about COVID porn, but apparently it's a clusterfuck. Walter Gottlieb, you talked about the Republican National Convention being on Comedy Central. If you ask me, I don't know if it should be on science fiction or horror, because all I have seen is zombies, trolls, and mutants. Joe Everard was talking about the problems with being in lockdown, bless you. Joe Everard said that if he doesn't get his pants on by 3 p.m., he's getting nothing done that day. And yeah, I'm also in lockdown over here in the future. I have the same thing. Like, I know that this is going to be a day I will get nothing done unless I have Joe's pants on by 3 p.m. That's Danny Riedel. Danny, oh, I fucking love listening to your stuff. Danny was talking about masturbation, which is always a laugh. So yeah, Louis C.K., when he masturbates in front of people, he gets famous. Danny, when she masturbates in front of people, she gets off. Me, I have a different experience. When I masturbate in front of people, I get banned from Zoom mics. I do a lot of different shows. Sometimes I get confused. Yeah, I really need to get my schedule logged. I see no need, Danny. I see no need to send a vibrator to Melania Trump. She already has a massive dildo. Yeah. Chinno De Leon, Chinno, you were talking about a movie of 11 and 12-year-old girls twerking. Just wait till the end of the Republican Party National Convention. That's going to be the closing ceremony.
Epstein.
Aye. Right. So I feel like I need to work on my social skills.
And if you told me
No one seems surprised. Okay, good. So the other day I go to one of those gender reveal parties. Everyone seems shocked at the gender reveal, but I don't know why they were shocked. I thought it's obvious I'm a man. A couple of weeks ago, I started like greeting my neighbors with, "Hey, oh captain, my captain." And now they are much quieter when they have sex. But if I hold a glass to the wall, I can still hear them, Blue Mike. So I've not lost out on much. Right, that's my time. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your show.
Yeah!
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry, let's delay with that transition because Peter, I'm sliding into your DMs right now.
Woo. Well, I'm looking forward to that.
We give it up one more time for the Roast King himself, little baby bird Peter Seidel. I once rescued a baby sparrow that looked just like you, that had fallen out of a tree like 15 feet in the air. I named him Captain Jack Sparrow. He died of internal injuries. But it took him a few days. If you want to know more about that, you can find my story slam on YouTube circa 2012. Thanks, Peter. How's it going, Elani?
Good, pretty chill. Aren't we? You're going to our next comic if she's in the room. Maybe Amanda Cruel.
Oh, she's coming out.
There she is. Oh, yeah, she has the. Oh, she has the zany background.
Oh,
yes,
cool!
the
I haven't
fun
seen this
one.
background yet. Yeah. Oops! I just accidentally almost made her host. Let's give it up for Miss Amanda Cruel.
Amanda.
Hello, hello. It's been a lot of fun watching all the comics tonight. I hope everybody's been having a good week so far. Last week I got to take a trip to North Carolina with my mom. We did the Blue Ridge Parkway, saw the mountains, and it's really beautiful up there. I was having a nice, relaxing time. So, of course, I immediately got my period. Luckily, fortunately, I had packed tampons, but I was still kind of let down. That was not the kind of beaver dam I was hoping to see.
Oh, God.
Yeah. My roommate told me that she can't masturbate if there's a cat in the room.
What?
I can't if there's not.
Yeah.
You know? Actually, I need a minimum of 4 species in the room for me to be able to get off. And thanks to the magic of pornography, I can do that now legally. Actually, I don't watch porn. Nothing judgmental. I don't it's fine if you guys do. I just don't need to because I have HBO. You guys know what I'm talking about? They had True Blood and then Game of Thrones. And then last year when they came out with that Michael Jackson documentary, whew, hot stuff.
Oh.
Yeah. So I know it's a bad idea to play with matches, but I just cannot make myself delete my dating apps. It's just too hard. It's weird because even in quarantine, Tinder is actually still working. I mean, it's still a terrible way to meet people, but the app is technically functioning. I actually did start dating someone though, and he's a lot younger than me, and it's taken some getting used to. But I actually really, really like him a lot. And I was telling him the other day, you know, Will, I wish I'd met you 10 years ago. He had to remind me 10 years ago he was in middle school. So maybe not that best thing. He did use the name Daddy in the bedroom the other day, which was a little awkward. He said, oh yeah, you like Daddy's big dick? And I said, of course I do, but yours is good too. Yeah. We had some earlier comics talking about weed and edibles. I like edibles, but I cannot have them very often because I am irresponsible with them. So, you know, what happens is like I'll have the normal size portion and then I wait and I don't feel anything. So I just start stuffing my face and I don't stop until it's way too late and just gets real bad. But that happens to me with edibles. And that also happens to me with KFC. And dick also. Eating KFC is more satisfying, but it's more embarrassing. I'd rather be seen eating dick. So the other night I had some Domino's pizza and I was telling my friend, I think this is the best Domino's ever. And he said, no, this is just regular Domino's. It doesn't taste great. And I figured out what it was, is it's just the best weed ever. Anyway, like I said, I'm dating a younger guy, and that has made me more conscious of my age, obviously. And I've noticed that as I'm getting older, sometimes you wake up in the morning and your body hurts for just no reason, you know? And it's weird to get used to because I have owned personal massagers for 20 years, but only recently started using them as directed. I know I should probably be thinking about my health and taking care of myself more. Every year I go to the doctor and it's the same thing. He says, Amanda, you got to lose weight. You got to exercise. You got to eat better. And I always say, yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm serious. I'm going to do it this time. And I never do. But it's 2020 right now. I'm turning 35 this year. And I can't keep living my life this way. So I made a commitment January 1st of this year, and I have stuck to it so far. I am no longer seeing doctors. Going great. In any case, I've always had a problem with my weight, and one of the things that sucks is buying clothes for plus size women. And the worst is there's this one company called Woman Within that I buy clothes from sometimes, and that's just the worst name ever for a clothing line for fat women. It's like somewhere buried underneath all that fat and lard, there's a woman within.
Oh.
Anyway,
Oh,
that's my
man.
time. Thank you so much.
And
Yeah, that is a really dark concept, isn't it? The woman within. Yikes. Imagine if you were trying to just clothe that one.
Yeah. The one I ate.
How would you put the clothes on her? Yikes. You could figure it out. I bet they do it. I bet they have something for that over there in Asia, over there in Japan, something. They special surgical stuff. Right, Peter? Have you ever seen that? Whatever the fuck that is that I'm trying to explain. Oh my God. Amanda, hope to see you again. You rock. I'm really glad you found us here. We've been wanting you for a while, girl. Yes. So Elani dipped out. Elani dipped out for the second time. I need to start entering into relationships with people who respect me as a person, guys. Let's turn it on gallery view and let's give some love to each other for being here through it all, through thick and thin. really cool with music. Who is that music from?
Josh.
It is. No, that's good. That was from Josh? Really? Oh,
That's a
Josh.
great opener, dude.
Josh Macheese. Josh, can I just call you Macheese? It's Matches, guys. It's Josh Matches, right? He's new here this week. Cool. I think putting some music in this might be pretty cool. One of our people who's on the screen right now actually volunteered to play some music in between sets next week on his guitar. What do you guys think about that?
Awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah. I think that there comes a point in every little Blue Mike's life where we've been circle jerking for a pretty long time now. And there are other kinds of performers out there who are also doing virtual stuff. So as we move forward, I'm totally down to diversify a little bit. And if anyone is up for doing a set where we also have people who just do regular run-of-the-mill spoken word poetry, people who play bongos.
As long as it's erotic.
Okay, we'll put a Craigslist ad out for erotic bongo players.
I know a few.
Because that's the kind of thing you go to Craigslist to search for, right? Probably not. You probably go to OnlyFans and just watch it and jerk off. Yeah. Yeah. So, we have this little website going, guys, the rampantly.la website. It's going to have a lot of new stuff on it coming up because we're launching. Oh my gosh, guys. I'm sorry that I've been so out of it this week and in general. Lots of weird stuff happened to me, but also I'm really excited to announce that we've got a lot of new programming and new mics to kind of freshen up. And they're going to be launching within the next couple weeks. We've got some people who have been regulars here who are starting their own mics, so that's going to be cool. And we're going to keep expanding our circle of influence. And our SEO on our website is about to start maturing, which means that random people who don't know about the groups that we have found each other through Facebook are going to start finding our content anyway. Yeah, so it's time that we start reading new alternate news sources, shopping down other aisles of the grocery store we wouldn't normally shop down, and really thinking about what the average American wants to hear. We're a little bit above average, but we're gonna have to meet them where they are. So just a friendly reminder on that one. But thanks for being here with us. I love you very much. And just like Amanda said, she said she's about to stop going to the doctor. Yeah, girl, join the club. I haven't been to a doctor in like 4 years. I went to a therapist one time, and then I started comedy. Basically the next day. Never went back. All right, I'm just going to have a look at the list here. Anyone else want to make some remarks as we transition into our wait list time?
I think that people should leave their camera and microphone on if they are having sex. Just usually that costs a lot of money, so.
Second.
Oh, man. No, I'm just getting jealous for people who have sex anymore.
Right?
What's it like, guys? Is it still the same? Does the wiener still go in the Ouija? Oh my gosh. That was one of my remarks last week that I thought was funny, but then I went and tried to say it on a regular show that I was featuring in where like there wasn't an audience, and I think I bombed, but it was like, guys, there are some kids who, thanks to quarantine, totally missed out on their spring sex ed classes this past year. I don't know. I think we had sex in we had sex in middle school. No, we had sex ed in 6th grade. And if I was in 6th grade now and had missed out on sex ed thanks to quarantine, I still wouldn't know that a vagina had a hole in it. And I think that that's pretty good. That's good stuff, right? Like if we're trying to get kids not to want to fuck each other, the first step is to not reveal that the vagina has a dick-sized hole. Right? It's the first step, guys. And then the second step is just teaching kids that they're unfuckable.
Most kids are.
Well, my dad taught me.
Aaron, we're going to just strike that from the record just in case TSA happens to be in here and has an attention to nuance. Aaron Ring, most kids are unfuckable. Actually, why don't we just meme that? We'll meme it, but we'll give you Groucho Marx classes and we'll put your name in Pig Latin. All right. We like to have fun. Coming up next is Amanda Averill still in the room?
Yes, I'm still here.
Hey, girl. How do you say your last name?
Averill, you got it right.
Great. Amanda Averill. She's first up on our wait list. Welcome to Blue Mike.
Woo! Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much. So I've been doing a lot of online shopping recently, and targeted ads are getting to be a little bit much. There was one from Hot Topic for me the other day that was for 6-inch black platform clogs, which was very exciting for me because those will also match my diabetic compression fishnets that go in the Elder Goth line that Hot Topic is now going to start marketing. Next is going to be a chain wallet for my cheaters. It's going to be perfect. I'm friends with a lot of liberals and a lot of liberal people online, and I've seen more of my friends cry because Bernie Sanders isn't running for president than people cry over their racist grandfather dying over COVID. Yep. I don't know. The whole coronavirus thing has me like longing for old things. Like right now, the other day I followed a bus just because I wanted to remember what it felt like to be stuck in traffic and, feel anger or feel anything. So that was fun. During all the coronavirus stuff, my stepdad died. He didn't die of coronavirus. He just died of regular fat dude things. Just, cardiac arrest, plain old fat guy things. And I was at his funeral or his wake, and they had to do, they wanted somebody to speak. So that was the last time I got on stage. I had a nice tight 5 in front of his friends. It was really good. I think he would have been upset if I didn't take the opportunity to turn it into an open mic. Let's see, what else do we want to talk about? With coronavirus, there are certain things about it that I don't understand. Like, I don't understand people who don't want to wear masks, but specifically women who don't want to wear masks, because that's just another way that we can judge other women. I mean, you have shoes, you have a bag, you've got your face bag. It's perfect. The bonus of wearing masks is that you don't have to wear makeup. I mean, I never wore makeup anyway because whenever I did, it always felt like I broke into my mom's Avon collection. Like, instead of having a smoky eye, I look like Robert Pattinson from the Batman. Yeah. See, I had to redo my resume recently. My most recent job was as a quote-unquote freelance domestic engineer, which just means I'm a babysitter. And my niece, I watch my niece and my nephew. My niece is 2, and I used to run the vacuum cleaner anytime I wanted her out of something because she was afraid of it. She's no longer afraid of the vacuum cleaner. In fact, the other day while I was running the vacuum, she went over to it, picked up the nozzle to it, and looked it dead in the face, like trying to assert dominance over it. She's like, today's going to be the day you die, son. That's the terrible pun, but I love that pun.
Die, son.
Yeah. All right, where am I with time?
You just timed out. You want to give us one more?
Sure. So as I said, or no, I'll do this one instead. I used to party a lot and pull all-nighters whenever I was younger. So much so that I thought that Sunday didn't exist. But now the only reason I'm pulling an all-nighter is because I have heartburn after 2 margaritas from girls' night, or because I didn't take enough Lactaid after I ate a whole drunk Domino's pizza. Yeah. That I'll work on the tag for that part later. It's fine. All right, that's it.
We're clapping for Amanda Averill.
Averill.
I know I already asked you and you already said
That's okay.
Let's go for Amanda Averill. Yeah.
Come to the Blue Annex.
Oh, man.
What's that, Aaron?
I say come to the Blue Annex. We'll work on the tag.
Blue Annex Joke Workshop Thursday nights. Not sure how we're broadcasting this week. We'll talk about it later, Aaron. but but you'll find out about it if you, all the places. You guys know this. Yeah, drinking Lactaid, baby. When you said that, I thought you meant Pedialyte at first. Yeah, I think that like I'm not like a bad drunk when I'm drunk. But I am a bad drunk when like the next day I buy all the Pedialyte so that none of the babies can have it.
See, I'm just an old drunk now. I've outdated myself with age.
Oh no, guys, just remember, we all must remember that we only get older. I always remind myself, so I have a grandmother now who's like 98 years old, I think, and she has been older than my parents are now for as long as I've been alive. And my parents are in their mid 60s. So she's been between 65 and 98 for the entire time that I have been alive. So let us relish our youth. Okay? We're all getting older at the same rate. Yeah. Let's just not bring any new babies into the world, okay? That's kind of fucked up these days. Hey, cool. Thanks, Amanda Averill. See, it's Averill, right? All right, coming at us next. This is an easy one to pronounce. Yeah, it's his first time on Blue Mike. Let's give it up for Petty Murphy. Woo!
Hey. Oh, why does everybody want to boo the black man? Black Lives Matter, damn it. Don't be booing me. How you guys doing tonight? I'm just sitting here coming down my high, and I just want to say all you comedians are fucking amazing, so give yourselves a round of applause. Okay, thank you. I'm just sitting here. I'm waiting for the Republican National Convention, or I like to say the most angriest rich white people convention. I'm sitting here waiting on Melania Trump to see if she's going to steal another speech. You guys remember she stole Michelle Obama's speech, and I'm just waiting to see if she's trying to say, vote for her husband, or say, please get me the fuck out of America. Because lately, if you've been noticing, she's not happy. And I pretty much, looking at her, I mean, she's a very beautiful woman, so you got to think, maybe she wants some black dick. I don't know. Maybe that's what she needs. I think that's what Melania needs. If Trump does lose the election, we all know it's going to happen. He's going to say some shit, and Melania's going to dump his ass. It happens. Once you become rich and powerful for so long, your wife gets tired, and she wants half of your shit. So that's Dr. Dre. Get a prenup, people. Get a prenup. I'm very interested to see if Kanye West is going to jump out, during Donald Trump's speech, just like he did Taylor Swift. I'm waiting to see this shit. But I'm trying to tell everybody, Kanye is Kanye. And he did have a point when he said the movie Get Out was about him. And it's true. We all see what the Kardashians have done to men lately. I mean, look at Reggie Bush. Lamar Odom went from an NBA champion playing with Kobe Bryant to a crackhead. Just look at it. I mean, Kanye's fucking crazy. Bruce went to become a woman from a man and all that other shit. Yeah, so Kanye may have a point. So I'm trying to tell everybody that if we're going to make changes in America, one thing that we need to do in November the 3rd is vote. So that way we can make Kanye black again. All right? Because I miss the old Kanye. I do miss the old Kanye. So everybody go out and vote, make Kanye black again. That will make America great again, because we need a Kanye West to say that someone doesn't care about black people. And we need that. Has anybody been watching the NBA games in the bubble? It's kind of weird. It is very kind of weird. It's like I'm watching NBA 2K in real life. I mean, that's how fucking weird it is. But it was cool to see yesterday the Lakers honoring Kobe Bryant for 8/24. That was very beautiful what everyone has done since Kobe died. So I kind of wish that 2020, they took the wrong guy, black guy that starts with a K. I mean, you should have kept Kobe and took Kanye. I mean, but Kobe Bryant, for us, Kobe Bryant, I grew up watching Jordan, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, but Kobe Bryant did transform the game. And, after Michael Jordan left, That was the closest thing we ever got to seeing Michael Jordan. I'm sorry, but with the hairline and everything else, LeBron James is not Michael Jordan. I'm sorry. If LeBron shaves his head, I swear to God, LeBron shaves his head, he'll win 3 more rings. All right. All right, guys, that's my time. I had fun. Thank you guys for letting me come on here, and I hope to see you guys next week.
Yeah. Thanks, Patty.
Thank you.
Oh, is this turned on? Can you guys hear me?
Okay, I'm back.
Hey, Elani's back.
Yeah. Sir, Mr. Murphy.
Yes.
Melania doesn't need anything but a divorce from Trump. That's it. I don't think a black man is going to boost her street cred. Okay?
Actually, yes, it would. Yes, it would. All she has to do is get an NBA player. I hear Steph Curry was getting a divorce from Aisha. It will work.
Bitch, where'd you hear they're getting a divorce?
Hey, you ain't hear that from me. You ain't hear that from me. No, you did. No, you did. No, you did. No, you did.
Look, if Melania want to up her street cred, all she got to do is open up a bunch of subways in the hood and do $5 footlongs. It'll be all right.
No. I got it.
Hold up. Just real quick. The reason I couldn't hear myself earlier was because I turned down my mic because it sounds like you're yelling really loud.
I got it. If Melania Trump wants to boost her street cred, all she has to do is open up a Popeyes every 5 miles in the hood.
I'm not with you on this one.
Yeah.
And also, you gotta message me where you heard that Aisha's getting a divorce from. Although it's inevitable, you can't what did she do? She played the pick me role for years, and then she realized, being hot and playing into that is fun. Probably not.
I heard it from my sources, and I do watch the first 48, and we believe the street code, no snitching. So I can't give you my sources.
That is okay. Black, you can't tell me. This is rude.
Okay,
no snitching.
Out of this one.
Is rude.
I'm gonna step out of this one. No snitching.
All right, can we all just agree that Melania Trump doesn't need help? She's just the most sadistic woman on the face of the planet, guys.
I wouldn't say the most sadistic.
She's married to Donald Trump, and she became the first lady of America as an immigrant. She's fucking loving it. Did you see what she did to those roses?
She's a Russian.
People talk about her like she's suffering in some way. You're not giving her enough credit for having autonomy. I mean, think of the position she's in.
Melania is not the worst woman on the planet.
She's the first lady of the free world.
I have watched too many episodes of Deadly Women to assign Melania as the most sadistic. She is evil. I will agree. She is evil.
Sure, but people talk about her like she's suffering, like she can't get out of it if she wants to.
Well, because they don't want to believe they don't want to believe that a white woman is complicit in watching America's downfall with her husband. They don't want to
I wouldn't call her a white woman, as she is an immigrant, and white I think is
Russian. I actually do watch Deadly Women too. It comes on Sundays on E! It's called Keeping Up with the Kardashians. So I do watch that.
Petty, your mic is really loud. It's loud enough that it's crackling, and it kind of.
My bad.
I don't know if you can control that on your end, but every time you come on, I'm having to like reduce my own volume.
Well, it's from Sprint, so my phone is.
Slovavian. So Joe, Slovavian is still white. That's just that's Russian.
It's very different from Russian. Yeah. That's a much longer discussion.
Okay,
but
we're derailing. Let's go back up to Miles. We're gonna go back up to Miles because, guys, this show ends at 10. It ends at 10 because I need to take a nap before I go to work. So we're gonna go back to Miles Francis. He's pacing in there. He's ready to go. He's from Dallas too. He's an invite from one of our regulars. We're happy to have him here. Welcome to Blue Mike, Miles Francis.
Woo! Hey guys, thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to be here. I actually got to spend some time with my family this weekend, which was really cool because I had edibles. Yeah, I know some of you already know. I know Amanda and Ralph talked about it earlier, but if you don't know, edibles are pot-infused food. And the reason they exist is for awkward family gatherings. If you don't believe me, next time you find yourself having one, just eat a pot cookie and see how much better your situation gets. Better yet, say there's one particular member of your family that's just driving you up the wall. Give them a pot cookie. That's gonna 180 your visit immediately, guys, I assure you. But you might have to be prepared to answer some awkward questions from the rest of the family. they might say, why has grandma been sleeping like a rock for the last 4 hours? And be like, guess that's why they call it stoned? Wait a second. Grandma was awfully giggly at lunch earlier. Just in real high spirits, I guess. What do you know? Guys, chill, relax, get off my back. Have a cookie. I do work at a bar here in Texas, and I actually had some out-of-towners come in not too long ago, and they asked for the special, which was a Texas margarita with a swirl in it. They looked at me funny when I told them that, but they agreed to try it, and when I brought it to them, they took a sip, they looked me dead in the eye, and they go, wow, you can barely even taste the swirl.
Oh, dear.
Guys, these people thought I offered them a margarita with a mammal in it, and still agreed to try it. I was terrified when they asked for a Moscow Mule. I did actually get to take my niece to the zoo a few months back, which was really cool. But when we were there, we actually saw a woman taking pictures, and she got real excited, and she was like, Uncle Miles, when I grow up, I want to be like her. I want to be a camera girl. And like, I recognize that I should fix this situation, like correct her vocabulary. And like, I tried to tell her, no, sweetie, what you mean is when you grow up, you want to be a photographer. But what I said was, no, sweetie, when you grow up, you want to be a cam girl. Yeah, so the rest of the family is a little upset with Uncle Miles right now. But I think that's just because my niece makes a lot more money than we do. Guys, I am technically a millennial, but like on the early end of that, so like an older millennial, and sometimes there's some, I get tested in like how woke I am, I guess. And a few months back, I actually got a massage, and I requested a female masseuse, but when I got there, they only had a male masseuse available. And they're like, are you cool with that? And like, initially I was kind of like, off guard, but like, I'm like, dude, you're woke. You can handle this. He's a professional. You're here for a professional service. You can do this. So, you know how like your biggest fear when you get a massage is that you're going to fart during it? That shouldn't be your biggest fear. Your biggest fear should be that your masseuse is going to fart during it. Because, like, I'm, like, down on my stomach with my face, like, in the splash zone with the... And he's just letting it rip, dude. And, like, honestly, it totally ruined the happy ending for me. Guys, that's, I think, my time. Thank you so much.
Yeah, Miles. Yeah, Miles. Woo! Let's give it up for giving grandma's marijuana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was trying to think about whether I should give my grandma weed. She could use it, and she's not going to be with us for much longer. But there's a social stigma attached to weed from the past, and it's hard to like. I think Miles, I think you're right. Like just kind of dosing them might be a good idea, because like guys, we don't know what old people are going through anyway. Like, we don't know what's up with them. I could imagine if I gave my grandma weed and she didn't know that I had just dosed her, she might probably just be like, whoa, it's fun. It's fun getting old. My brain just keeps getting worse and worse. Yeah. I don't know. I think she might dig it. Cool, Miles. Let's move on because it's 9:52, and our next comic up is Angela Kay. She's new to Blue Mike. Here she is. Oh, that's not her. That's Elani.
How's it going, y'all? Hi.
There you are. Guys, Angela Kay, she was actually one of the first into the room tonight. If we had time, I'd give you an extra honorary minute, but maybe we should do that next week. Hey, Angela, welcome to Blue Mike.
Hey, thanks for having me, man. I found out something at 44 years old that I probably should have known way before now. The G-spot, aka the Gleifenberg spot, is named after a man. What? Right? Like back in the 1950s, this dude named Ernst Gleifenberg had the foresight to stake claim in every vagina that ever was or will be. I don't know if I am disturbed or impressed by that. But Gleifenberg, that is a terrible noise to have in your vagina, by the way. kind of sounds like the noise that would happen if a vagina sneezed. Greifenberg. Gesundheit. I don't know. All right, moving along. Have y'all ever noticed how a naked pregnant body looks like a giant smiley face? Yeah. You know, you got the boobs that are the bulging eyeballs, complete with, you know, iris and pupil. And then the little belly button sticks out like a turkey timer. That's the nose. And then there's the curve of the belly. That's the smile. And then, of course, there's always a goatee because she can't see it to shave it. You're welcome.
Yeah.
So I was pregnant a couple of times. I have a son. He's a weirdo, I guess comes by it honestly. I noticed how big of a weirdo he is one day whenever he said something that made me realize that I have a dirtier mind than my 19-year-old male offspring. We were at the grocery store. I was stoned. When this little shit starts to tell me a story of a nut that he found at Sprouts that cost $21.99 a pound, and he said, "Mama, I had to try that nut. I had to see what $21.99 a pound worth of nut tastes like." So I took a nut from that bin. Oh, Mama, that was the best nut I have ever had in my life. I hope you are with me when I say that the sentence, "That's the best nut I've ever had in my life," it should never begin with the words, "Oh, Mama." Turns out it was this organic pine nut that I will never try because I will laugh hysterically, causing me to choke. And I have no desire to choke on any kind of nuts. Probably one of the biggest reasons I'm still single. And that's my time. I'm Angela Kay from Austin, Texas. Thanks y'all for having me. And back to Jolie.
Angela, you're also from Austin?
Yes. I just moved here from Dallas.
Yes. So how did you hear about the mic?
David Parsons in Charlotte.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah.
job,
Bring
David
the
Parsons
people.
in Charlotte.
Same here, actually. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Awesome. That rocks. Yeah. I've been trying to get more Austin comics on. We actually had an Austin comic hosting 2 weeks ago. And then this past week, our opener, Charles Adams, was also from Austin. So heck yeah, I used to live there. I love it. I love it. Please come back.
Okay.
We're so happy to have you. That's so funny. And I love how I think you're pure of heart. You're perfect example of a comic who read what Blue Mike was about, pulled out all the stops, brought her really good, just like happy, hilarious, dirty humor. And I'm sorry that we've soiled the air with all this fucking political discourse. However, coming up next is Josh DiDonato, so strap the fuck in, guys, because this guy, he's got some stuff to say about Washington. Maybe he won't tonight. We'll see. Hi, Josh. Welcome back to Blue Mike, baby boy.
Thanks, mama girl. What should I not talk about politics?
You do you, baby.
Okay.
Just do yourself.
I can't contain my excitement. 70 days until we get to vote in what might be our last election. Yeah. Yeah. Huh? Pretty cool. Actually, does it even count though? As our last election, if they don't tally all the votes that come in by mail. Maybe 2016 was our last election. Come to think of it, the Russians kind of messed with that one. I don't know if you heard about it. It was in the news. So maybe 2012 was our last election. All right. Yeah. I really just can't not talk about politics. As soon as I'm done doing my comedy, I'm going to go back to binge watching night 2 of the Hate Parade, the Festival of Gaslights, the Trump Family Variety Hour. Of course, I'm talking about the Republican National Convention. Yeah, I don't know. I watched a lot of the Democratic convention last week, and it was a little boring, a little boring. Some good speeches, but you know what? I miss boring. Oh, do I miss boring? I could take a whole heap of boring right about now. You know what I mean? I feel like a Biden presidency, whatever you want to say about it, I feel like there will be whole days where we don't even know what Joe Biden did that day. I miss that. You know what I mean? That's what presidencies used to be. Yeah. And something that I learned, or maybe relearned about Joe Biden from watching the convention, I don't know if I want to say Joe Biden is obsessed with dead people, but he's definitely concerned. He thinks about dead people a lot and people who have lost someone, which, I mean, we could use right now, I think that's a perfect antidote to the guy now who doesn't give a fuck about the 178,000 dead people. Just doesn't even pretend to care. And it's just like, that's in Uncle Joe's fucking wheelhouse, man. That's like his sweet spot. I feel like the first year or two of the Biden presidency is just going to be him on the horn with families. Just like, I know what it's like to lose someone. I've been there. You know what I mean? Just for like 45 minutes at a time. And then Kamala Harris can do all the rest of the president. That's a good deal for everybody. Okay. Well, I don't want to go over time, so thank you so much. Good night.
Bye.
Yeah. Hi. Gotta agree with pretty much everything Josh had to say. Good Lord. This may be our last election, but are you guys voting? Is everyone here registered and voting?
Yeah.
Fucking better.
Perfect.
Trump 2020. Just kidding.
Jolie, do we have any time left, babe, or are we gonna have to?
Yeah, babe. Let's see. Let's do who we got
Is Crystal
left.
here?
We've Chris.
No, is Crystal here?
Oh,
Is
Crystal,
Josh?
I believe Crystal left. Josh Macheezes. He's here, right? Josh, are you still here? Second Josh?
He's okay.
There he is. Josh is here. Cool. We're going to do you, and we're going to do Christine Knowlton, who just came back in the room. Is there anyone else in the room who hasn't gone yet?
Is James Godwin still here?
Oh, James Godwin?
And me.
So it's Josh, James, and Christine.
You
right?
got it. In that order. Let's power through it.
No,
Cool. Oh, it's Adam Coonan. Oh, crap. Okay. So, Christine, you're at the very end, okay? You're at the very end. You miss your, because you know why you're at the end. Okay. But we we love you. So we're going to do, fuck it. You guys just fight for it. Fight for it. Adam, you're third. You guys know where you are, but now it's my responsibility to try to spotlight you. So we're gonna do the cheese doodle guy next.
Cheese doodle.
Please pardon me. I have like minor undiagnosed autism, Mr. Cheez-Its, whatever your name is. Josh Matches. Josh Matches. Hey.
So I'm really starting to regret wishing for more free time on that cursed monkey's paw. I really want to apologize to everyone for that one. Anyway, I have some huge news. I'm registered at Bed Bath & Beyond. There is no event. Just started a registry in case anybody wants to buy me a gift. Also, I just switched to butter from I can't believe it's not butter. I can't believe it's not butter. Some more news. My COVID test came back clean. So I'm going to Disney World. Good thing Disney World is open, because the only way Americans can see the world now is riding It's a Small World. But in a few weeks' time, they will still let guests into Disney World. But they're going to make everyone quarantine for 2 weeks in the American section of Epcot Center. Trump has been calling Biden senile. That's like the pot calling the kettle person, woman, man, camera, TV. Ellen should lean into her new reputation and reformat her show as a roast of interns and production assistants.
Yeah.
Keep the dancing, though. She can dance on the tears of her interns and PAs. I once had a threesome with 2 pregnant ladies. Does that count as my first orgy? Your answer will say a lot about when you think life begins.
Oh,
If you count my first orgy, it would also be my second orgy.
Oh.
My third orgy was a human centipede. If the pregnant threesome doesn't count as an orgy, my first orgy was the human centipede. I'll leave you all with this question. Do anti-maskers who like the Beastie Boys claim they have a license to ill?
Oh, yes or no now with your thumb. Let's give it up. Let's give it up for matches.
Woo!
Yeah, life begins. Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah, that was hilarious.
Much, Josh, for coming to the mic tonight. That was good. That was new. I myself, I was too scared to even watch the human centipede, let alone have a threesome with them. So good on you. I think I would be brave enough. Okay, Jolie, who's next?
Coming up.
Is it Adam?
James Godwin. Can you
James, it's James.
Oh,
Come
yeah.
on. James.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Oh, listen to that
This is
voice.
fucking crazy.
Yeah, baby.
Look at me all big on the fucking screen. That's amazing. I'm from, my name's James, yeah. I'm from Columbus, Ohio.
Oh, shit. We're in driving distance. Hey.
Nice. It's wonderful. It's like the middle of nowhere. It's fucking wonderful. I used to live in Austin, though. I had to leave because everybody was way too attractive. And I couldn't get anything done. It's fucking terrible. Have you ever noticed how the models for adult diapers don't look like they are gonna shit their pants? They hold that pose and they like got their watch and stuff. They're really in shape. I paid a lot of attention to it. I thought a lot about it. I was a photographer, so like I was like, man, there was a whole casting session, and like we need you to like pretend like you're about to shit. We're gonna cut your face off. Yeah. It was fun. I was getting older, you know, so like I discovered that I have a problem digesting certain foods. And then so I was trying to make a list of the best stores to fart in when I'm out shopping. Like I don't know if you guys have ever been to a place called Lush. They sell a bunch of soaps and stuff. Yeah, that's really good. But like also like Hollister and stuff when I take my kids there to shop because I'm too old to shop there. But the music's really loud and stuff, so they can't tell. But like Joann Fabrics and stuff, where there's a bunch of old ladies shopping, they always know. It doesn't matter. They can tell. At my age too, every fart can be an accidental shit your pants, you know. pretty terrible. That's how that goes. I actually lost a lot of weight from it, and I lost so much weight that like I get cold all the time.
Oh no.
It's pretty weird. Anyway, yeah. So like I was real excited when they came out with the social distancing stickers on the floor, because like I don't know if you ever been in a store and like people are like right behind you like this, like right up on your face. They're like next in line, and I'm like, please step away from me. So, but the stickers aren't working. People are still right up my ass every time, which is not good because I fart all the time. I like the masks now though too, because you can tell people who are really half-assing their way through life, like right off the beat, because like their mask is just down here by their chin. Like they just put it up around their chin, you know. Like if you totally are a bullshitter, that's how you wear your mask. So yeah. Do you guys remember 2019? We thought it was sucky then. I wish we could go back in time and tell ourselves how great it was.
Oh.
I don't know how I'm doing on time.
That was your time, baby.
Oh, cool.
That was
Thanks,
your time
guys.
for today, because on the wait list is all 3 minutes, okay?
Rock and roll.
And I just wanted to share this with you. Has anyone seen these yet? So I've been spending my nights in a Walmart recently. Been finding a lot of shit out there that inspired me to start a Twitter account called GTFO Capitalism. Here's examples, guys. Let's ambiguate this for those of you who are too pure to know. So this is a menstrual pad. It's where your blood from your pussy goes, and it's fucking black lace, just right under your pussy there, where no one can see it. You're just matching for yourself. It's like the curtains match the carpet, match the bloody rag between your legs that no one cares about. Here you go. You want to pay an extra $1 a pop? You get to bleed onto black lace. It's your little secret. Sorry, you were talking about, like, have you seen people who are in all the Depends things? And yeah, I have, because I stalked the fucking shelf they were on. Save me. It's just a gig, guys. Guys, has anyone realized we're in a fucking pandemic and unemployment's at like 3 million? Okay, so no joke.
Doomed, essentially. Right. Who do we have up next? Is it Adam?
Up next, yeah, there's been an influx recently. Oh gosh, I should probably change this back. Right?
Leave it.
I'll do more. Okay.
Leave it. You can leave it.
Guys, this is actually, so like I've been having trouble like doing openers and stuff because I'm so sleep deprived and I haven't been writing any jokes. I've been producing too much comedy, not writing any, but I have a ton of photos just like this of shit that makes you want to claw your face off. So I'll bring some more of those next week for show and tell. But next up we've got Adam Coonan. He's yet another dad with a young child who's been joining Blue Mike. It's funny, over the past few weeks we've had this influx of new fathers on the show. Not to make any of you feel any less special than you are by lumping you together. Thank you for doing that shit. Adam's also been coming to Blue Annex. Yeah, here he is. Woo!
Hey guys. Yeah, ever since a baby came, my wife's had this tendency to send me like adorable pictures of our baby Frankie breastfeeding, and every time I think the same thing, move that fucking baby. But I go into gallery view, so I don't go over my time. I'm going to do something a little different than I've been doing. I did some news, some headlines today, so I thought that'd be good. This week, Hurricane Laura is going to be hitting Texas and Louisiana, so Americans all over the country are sending their support to the hurricane to help it through its hardest time in its life. The Detroit Lions decided to cancel practice this week in support of Black Lives Matter. When they asked the coach about it, he's like, well, we weren't going to win anyway. So it's a Lions joke. RNC, the Republican National Convention's been having this week. NPR said there were 5 major takeaways from it. It was nope, 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 nope. That was their big takeaway. What else? Don Trump Jr. tried out a couple new Biden nicknames. He has the Swamp Loch Ness Monster, yeah, Beijing Biden, and my favorite, Slightly Smarter Eric. Yeah. Google rolled out some updates to its Chrome tabs this week. Chrome tabs is now 10% faster. In unrelated news, 10% fewer wives are saying, "I saw it was on your fucking screen." That was Fox News reported this week, Jerry Falwell, he has said that reportedly he is cutting ties, or trying to cut ties, with his wife's lover. She just needs to come like 12, 13 more times.
Damn.
Sorry, I don't know. Are a lot of Jerry Falwell fans in this room? I don't know. Yeah. NASA actually reported this week that there is an asteroid headed towards Earth, and it may hit us one day before the election. Trump was quoted to say, "Fuck yeah, undefeated."
Oh.
What else? At the Republican convention, CNN reported that Melania Trump apparently was making an appeal to female voters. It sounded a lot like, "Help me." Now, I remember what you said, Jolie. It probably sounded a little bit more like, because they're Republican female voters, "Don't worry, he won't grab you." That's... last, I guess I'll end on this with the 20 seconds left. Reported a Midwestern woman apparently was killed by a bear while on the phone with her father this week. They asked the father about it, and he said, well, she told me she didn't need to call the cops because it wasn't a black bear. Too much? All right, thank you. I'm glad everyone waited for that.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Hey, let's give it up for Adam Coonan. Woo! I thought that was a fine premise. Fine premise there with the black bear joke. Fine premise. Yep. Just want to we uplift.
Thank you.
We uplift. It's good. Yeah. Fucking Melania Trump. Whatever. Jokes bring people together. Yeah, they do. Hi, Elani.
Hello.
Hello,
We're getting ready for our last comic. Okay, lovely. And we're ending it with the woman. I love that. No to you, Adam. But anyways, we're gonna move on to our last comic. And also, Adam, congratulations on becoming a dad.
Thank you.
We're gonna move on to our next comic. I've never seen her perform before, but I really like her cat ears. They look like fun. So she's going to bring in the last 3 minutes of the show. No pressure or anything, Christine. Let's come right to your screen.
Hey, everyone. Sorry I was late. I was masturbating. We all know how that goes. It's been one of those great days. It's like I totally shaved the bush off and, just had at it. One thing, it's like I love, I just love it. I've noticed something getting older, a little bit of arthritis in the hands, mostly because when I was younger, I decided to make a whole Renaissance fair costume, like by hand. So it kind of like messed me up a little bit. But the great thing is, now when the arthritis kicks in and Captain Hook comes along, I know I can find my G-spot. So yeah, so when that happens, it becomes Sploosh Rally, and when I mean sploosh, I mean like I totally like ruined a television set. So so if you aren't familiar with that, just be careful where you aim. But I'm thinking about putting in a slip and slide, although I would call it like a sploosh and slide. But you know what? It's like I realize this. It's like I started to run out of porn. I'm like, how the hell is this possible? I mean, how the hell do you run out of porn during a pandemic? You just got to keep on going. Invent your own porn. Like, I started watching the news, and I'm like, oh, yeah, baby, show me that weather report. I'm ready. Hooks up. Let's do this. This is all off the top of my head. I just decided that, let's just sploosh one out for the evening. It's like I once did a set on splooshing at a bar, and a couple of gay guys were like, "Ew, women's bodily fluids," and I was like, "Oh, so you like cracking towels in half?" If you don't know, like steaming dries hard, and you crack shit in half. But if a woman splooshes, it's nice, it's soft, it doesn't leave a stain. It's great. So if you haven't tried it, I suggest you would. But unfortunately, women, we are screwed when it comes out of doing snowballs. Do you know what I mean by snowballing?
Yes.
It's it's when a male will ejaculate into a male or female's mouth, and then that female or male will kiss another person. And this creates the snowball effect. And I was like, well, damn it, why can't women do it? Why can't we have swooshy balls? And then I realized that because it's like Niagara Falls when it comes out. We'll just end up drowning each other. Enough about that. But anyway, do you want to know why I do stand-up comedy?
Why?
Why do you do this, then?
Why do you?
Do it.
Why do you do stand-up comedy?
Because when I used to do it laying down, they called it prostitution. I'm Christine Knowlton and have one hell of a
Damn.
swooshy night. Damn.
Woo!
Nice. Yeah.
Hey, thanks, Christine.
You're welcome. Woo!
Oh my God, hey guys, that's our show. Any last remarks?
Fun.
It's a wrap.
Thanks, Adam. Thanks, James.
That's
Thanks,
right.
Kevin, Danny, David.
Everyone go take a shower.
Joe,
Yes.
for hanging out.
Yes.
Alani, thanks for hosting.
Yes,
Thanks,
fun.
Elani. Looking to get
Thanks
love
so
for
much.
Elani. Woo!
Thanks, Joey, for having me.
Well,
Hey, Alani.
fantastic.
Thanks, Joey. Thanks, Alani. Thanks, everyone. Great show.
Yeah,
Thanks, everybody.
you all are very spunky.
Oh,
I wish.
man.
Yep.
See you guys next week.
See ya.
Love you.
Bye.
Love
Thank
you.
you.
Cleanse the
Love you.
palate. We're gonna
Bye.
come up with
See
some
you all
great
Thursday
jokes.
at the Annex.
All
Bye.
right.
Yeah,
See
don't
you.
forget to, yep, Blue Annex Thursdays.
Have a
Thursday.
good night, y'all. See yous.
See ya. Good night, everyone. All right, I'm just gonna turn this off because I do have to take a nap before I go into work. Bye, Peter. You're the best. Bye, James
You shall leave. See y'all.
Godwin. Bye, Joe Everard. James Godwin, cool man. Yeah, man. Ohio. Woo woo. Okay, cool. Come next week. We come next week, maybe.
Sure. Yeah.
Cool.
Totally.
It'll have a different vibe next week. Some of our hard hitters up top like didn't show this week, and like it kind of was weird, but it was good. It was all great.
Thanks for having me on.
You're hilarious.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Now it's kind of awkward because it's just the two of us. Okay, cool. I'll see you next week.
All right, see ya.
Bye.
Bye.